You good?
Yep.
Alright, so, oh lord. So, first things first. Like, right before this stream, well, actually, first things first. Right before this stream was like the Smash Invitational and shit, so we only have like 30 minutes before Salmon Run closes. But, it's fine. Hey, Bakes.
I still want to sit around and chat shit afterward at least.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, we always do that anyways, so... But, the gameplay will only last...
I might just jump in part 4 while we chat shit out, man.
For a maximum of 30 minutes. Yeah, also right before this, the Octo expansion was announced not for summer 2018, but for, tomorrow 2018. So...
If you're American.
Well, isn't it like...
No, it's if you're American, I checked.
No, is it the day after for everyone else? Yeah, that's because it's coming out. That's because it's coming out in the evening in America, so it's just time zone jank, I'm pretty sure. Kind of like how America got the Mario Tennis Aces thing last because of time zone stuff.
Nah, I'm pretty sure that we get an actual day after.
It said evening, so I might, like, I don't even know what's gonna happen because right before...
It said evening for you, but then it said morning for us. Like, that doesn't line up time zone-wise.
Morning for you?
Yeah, that doesn't line up time zone-wise.
Yeah, like 5 hours from like 7 or 8 or whatever is 1 in the morning or so.
Like, that's not morning, that's night.
Okay. No. Kind of yes. But
no,
after
yes, it's
everything after midnight is technically morning as well.
Technically, but like in actuality,
look,
it's
time
night.
is the dumbest fucking thing of all fucking time. I'm arguing about like what
I'm
Nintendo is using
definitionally.
definitionally.
It's been universally the same fucking day.
I mean, I don't agree with the time zone thing either, but like it's not that bad. When you said like, but only in America, I thought you were saying like it was a week behind for everyone else. I'm like, what?
No, it's a day behind, but still dick.
I think that it's probably fine.
I thought we were fucking past this, but apparently not.
It's better than summer. Yeah, the best podcast. But yeah, I was talking with my employer before this, and like, there's this dog that needs an overnight tomorrow night, and I'm doing, well, it's tomorrow evening, so the preschool graduation I'm helping with won't even matter. So, I might go live late tomorrow night with...
Preschool graduation?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's like a private school kind of thing, I guess.
Okay.
My aunt has a preschool, basically.
Okay.
So that's gonna be fucking annoying tomorrow, but whatever. And then I have that dog, but after that I should be able to like get dinner and then probably do Octo expansion because I want to finish Zelda tonight. So
I'll probably be watching that because I actually want to play that Puyo grind and stuff.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not gonna like stream it or anything, probably. I just want to see it myself. But you know, won't be able to get that until either 2 weeks time, best case scenario, or a whole month from now.
Oh my god, I almost just walked off. So I'm gonna chat.
Stop.
Yeah, that's the big news, and I'm, you know, pre-order it now. Don't forget to pre-order it now if you want that gear. So
Probably get on to the actual meat of the discussion.
Yeah, I mean,
there's much to get to.
Yeah, I kind of want to do I don't know about a whole overview. There was stuff I intentionally skipped because I didn't really care about it. So hopefully you have all the stuff you care about written down
like
somewhere.
Half Nintendo's conference apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, I actually didn't go back and look at those tweets to write down everything either. So, because yeah, you know, I already knew that you had it. So it's fine there. But
Also, hello, Biggs, Novell. Ah, damn it.
Ah, damn it. The 3 E's. So yeah, I have this whole thing. We kind of talked about EA last time because we did EA.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. They're fucking nonsense anyway.
We didn't talk about the Command and Conquer mobile game though, and how they were hyping that up. That was like, that was pretty. That was pretty bad.
The best way to sum that up was before they named this Command and Conquer, I said this looks like a shit knockoff of Command and Conquer. And then they called it that, and then I just shit my pants and wept for another desecrated corpse.
My favorite thing, like with all mobile games, is the trailer that's like live action and doesn't actually represent the game at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's EA. You know, it's just EA. They show games, but no one really cares about them.
And they don't even show games. They show CGI trailers that say there's a game here at some point.
That's, you know, at some point.
At some point.
It's alright. Then there's Microsoft. And they opened with Master Chief, and that's it. Just showed
Halo
Master
Infinite,
Chief.
Which is just, yeah, it's just Master Chief. He's just there.
They didn't show anything about it. Nope. So how am I supposed to get hyped for it?
I presume it's a battle royale by the name, but you know it could literally be anything. They just called it Halo Infinite and then didn't say anything else.
It's not a good name, but it's a whole other topic. But yeah, no Halo Master Collection or whatever the fuck they called that for PC. I think that's like the only thing I was like maybe semi-interested in.
You're interested in trying Halo?
A bit. I mean, everyone fucking loves Halo, and there are definitely people
it's a
around.
Good series up until 4. It is a good series.
Who would play it with me? So I'm like, yeah, I'd try it out.
If it was on PC, I don't know, I'd probably go this time.
Oh.
You know, if it
yeah,
was on PC,
that's definitely true. But oh shit,
it was a good time. And, like Halo Reach is some of the actual genuine best sequences in a shooter I've seen.
And then after that was Ori 2, which
is exactly just Ori 1 again by the look of it.
We don't know that. Do you even play Ori 1?
No, but that's what I'm saying is I could not visually discern one from the other.
I don't think it needs to be visually discernible.
I'm not saying like, oh, it has the same graphical style. I mean, it looks like exactly the same shit again, like small fluffy creature in a dark world. I
think that is a loaded phrase.
It's just the same exact thing again. It's kind of alright.
That has so many implications that are almost definitely completely incorrect. But I mean, like, you're saying it's the same game?
Yeah.
That's so. Do you want? Whatever. I haven't played Ori 1. I have it. I want to play it. So there being an Ori 2 because everyone apparently loves it is very interesting. Yeah, I know nothing about it. And then Sekiro,
which was sick looking.
Is that from
Software?
So it's Neo 2.
Their own samurai games, and it's fucking sick looking. Aesthetically, gameplay wise, like it looks fucking rad.
And From Software didn't do Neo, right?
No, that's Team Ninja.
Okay, because I always hear that it's Japanese Dark Souls, so I was wondering if they just did their thing.
This is not an RPG, so it isn't going to be playing like Dark Souls or anything like that. This is an action game in the vein of shit like Ninja Gaiden and shit, apparently. So that's an interesting term for, yeah, Gaiden, whatever.
I think it's Gaiden.
Gaiden, whatever. I just heard it said Gaiden so many times, I just say that automatically.
Well, if it's not like Dark Souls, aka hard as shit and very uninviting for a fuckhead like me.
Hard as shit.
Fuck! God damn you, From Software.
Action games like this tend to avoid being hard because they're designed for hardcore cunts who want to like get their shit punched in like they learn.
I'm just a sucker for Japanese styled games.
Aesthetics, yeah. It's fantastic.
So I want to play it, and it's gonna be good. I'm almost certain. So I want to play it. No, I'll be bad.
Oh well, like everyone starts bad. You have to fucking learn, man. That's how it works. That's how this whole genre is built. You start shit, and then you build up to like, you know, the triple S rank on the vengeance, no hits.
Well, we'll see what happens when it comes out and you play it, and you can recommend if I should do that or Dark Souls first. Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. That looks fucking rad.
Great game review.
A multiplat. So
oh yeah. Well,
everything.
Everything
Is a recurring trend here.
Everything at Microsoft's is a multiplat, so Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah, this is kind of a problem with the show. Like, on the whole, I thought it was actually a great show.
Oh yeah, no, Microsoft did a great job presenting like a bunch of games and actually kind of presenting them and showing interesting shit, even that isn't just Madden.
Right.
So, like,
it's just, you know, I'm not going to be buying an Xbox One anytime soon.
Yeah, it's basically they stole everyone else's homework, but it seemed much better than it was because they went first. That's my impression.
Yeah.
But it was still good, so...
Which is a fair way to do it.
You know, it's not... Oh, like, Microsoft was very good at E3. Like, I don't know how to describe it, because they did a good show, but it's, like, not something that sells their thing. Yeah.
Hardware. Yeah.
So it's a weird double-edged sword, I think. Don't call for help the moment you die, you stupid fucking idiot. Yeah, what's after that? The Life is Strange game? I mean...
I have no interest.
The first game was okay, the second game was actually really bad. So, I'm kind of... Well, you know, not Life is Strange 2, but Before the Storm or whatever.
Is that not Life is Strange 2?
No, Life is Strange 2 is coming out later.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't know what you would call it.
Another installment.
Game developers are fucking weird about naming their games like this. It's not the second Life is Strange game, but it's like this kid, and he's doing kid things, and I can see like people who are into that enjoying it, I guess, maybe, but that's definitely not my kind of thing. I don't care. People know what I'm talking about. The interesting thing is, like, they said that it'll kind of like have connections to Life is Strange 2, probably something you'll see in hindsight, which sounds interesting. But
the ending of it will be like some dramatic event. Or something.
Yeah, if they just do it more like the first game and less like the second game, which I kind of doubt, then I'll be interested, maybe. But that's in Life is Strange 2, not really in the kid game. You didn't mind Before the Storm? Oh, well, it's not... Before the Storm isn't a game where like the ending is really bad. It's just kind of like... I didn't like it throughout, just because of how the character is. You know? I'm just like seeing in all caps... My favorite thing about Microsoft's conference, but we have to get down to that. Crackdown 3?
I don't care.
That's the one with the Old Spice guy. I don't know anything about Crackdown, so I was going to ask you.
My only thought while watching that was just, man, video games sure are expensive as we hire this Hollywood star to scream at length over a trailer and use his likeness in game.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, also I watched Life is Strange, but do you really need to play it?
I mean, with games like that, watching it is close enough. Like, it's the same thing with like narrative experiences, like David Cage games. Like, watching them is genuinely close enough.
But you have to watch all the paths to get the full experience, of course.
Yeah, if you want.
Which I guess is actually kind of true in Detroit, actually. So.
But anyway, yeah, like. Crackdown 1 was actually a fun game. Like, it was just a completely batshit, vaguely superpower themed sandbox game. Before, you know, like Saints Row and all this shit happened. Before Saints Row got wacky, is a better way to put that.
Dildos.
Yeah. So, like, you know, this looks like it plays like Crackdown. Like, it looks like it'll be, if you want this like mindless chaos in a sandbox, off you go. They'll probably play just fine. You know, I don't have a lot of interest in it.
Yeah, really all I got out of it is we hired Old Spice Man. And everyone liked it, so I can't be too cynical.
Hey, it's not cancelled yet, so that's all.
Oh my god, I suck. I was hoping that was you.
That's what we were all thinking it was going to be cancelled.
I didn't even know it was
long
in development, so...
when they originally announced it like 4 years ago, the footage they showed was completely CG because they didn't even have a game developed yet. It was just a completely CG movie and that was all they had. Now they actually have a game to show. So, you know, hey, progress.
Yeah, oh my god, I can't get on this head. Nope, it's gone. After that was Kingdom Hearts 3, and I think we should just...
Sick as hell.
We should just roll it all together, because Microsoft didn't show Rat Boy Genius, and Microsoft didn't show Realistic Pirate Man, but like...
Oh yeah, it's because Square Enix wanted like one trailer per conference.
Isn't... like... who's developing that game?
Square Enix.
Square Enix? Why would Square Enix not take the pie for Captain Jack Sparrow and just have Ratatouille as their new thing? Hello? What are they doing? What? Well, something had to save Sony, I guess, but we'll get to that. But yeah, like Kingdom Hearts 3, it's looking pretty interesting.
It looks visually gorgeous. Oh my fucking god! Like there's like the fucking Tangled and Frozen characters look like they're fucking movie renders. It's ridiculous.
Not Jack Black. Why do I keep saying that? The Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, Jack Black Sparrow. Like, did you see that image of like Sora, Jack Sparrow, and then Donald and Goofy all standing next to each other? I guess it was a still from the trailer. But like, just how Donald and Goofy are like colored or whatever, or filtered. I don't even know how you would describe it. Looks so weird but so cool. And
well,
it's like this.
They're like filtered to match like the more, I guess, realistic, setting. You want us like in Kingdom Hearts 2 when they had only PS2 graphics to work with, and it was a fucking disaster.
I never really played or paid attention to that, but seeing the screenshot, like it wasn't as bad as
on that. You just sent me to my doom.
It wasn't as bad as people were saying, but like once you look at it for a bit, you do see it's like that's kind of funny. So it looks much better. I think that people are pleased that they actually redid it to make it look viable.
Also, like the gameplay looks sick as hell. It's like it's the hack and slash gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 2 just on fucking steroids.
I mean, like, and we might get into this later. It's like I'm kind of sick of the pirate shit at E3. The stupid fucking boats, the cannons.
There was a lot of it, yes.
Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts having that, I was just like, ugh. And then Sora underwater, and I hate underwater in every video game except Yoshi's Story, even Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. So I was like,
I'll give it a pass. This is a return to one of their previous settings. They get grandfathered in my opinion.
I just hate underwater. And then like this, like I don't even know what the fuck was happening in the sky. The flying thing that he was on looked like controlled pretty jaggedly. The grind rails are fine.
It looked pretty smooth to me. I don't know.
Like he like would jolt all the way across the screen and then jolt all the way back. That kind of thing. I'm just like, okay, but you know, who knows?
It looks so fucking good, and there was
it looks visually good.
Fucking mad-ass plot reveal at the end of the Microsoft one that was like, oh my Jesus Christ, this dude
Norton.
She's been fucking corrupted, and it's like, oh shit.
But I'm with
also,
all the people.
I forget where they revealed it. I think it was a Microsoft conference where like their bundle. No, it wasn't. It would have been the Sony one because the collections aren't on Xbox.
Yeah.
They reveal like this bundling like the 0.28 collection in with the other two for PS4.
That's like kind of cool, but the problem with that.
Me, cause I was like, a lot when I had money just like play the whole series.
Okay, because like I kind of feel like it's marketed towards people who are new to the series, but like I don't really want to invest that much money in a series I don't know I'm gonna like.
I mean, like this bundle of collection is gonna be like standard retail price at most.
Hey, isn't it like $60? So that's not that bad, but like
and you're getting like 6 actual games and then 3 games condensed into the little 2-hour movie things.
It's a good deal by all means, and especially a great way for people to get into the series. But you know, buyer beware, I guess. So I mean, I can't really talk because I bought you the entire Danganronpa series, and I didn't.
You did. And
I wasn't entirely confident you'd like it either. So. Oh well. After Kingdom Hearts. Oh yeah, wait, Chris. Hold the phone. Ratatouille is in it. As a mini game. I was hoping for a food world with food-based Heartless, but oh well. I mean, you probably couldn't make a Ratatouille world. But
no, I don't think you could, honestly.
I haven't watched the movie, but from what I
have.
It's
a good movie. I don't like having watched it. I don't think you could. Like, I think the minigame is like the best way they could have done that.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's Ratatouille representation, right?
Yeah.
I want my up representation now.
I mean, you might get it.
Put Kevin in.
Even if only as like a summon, you might get it.
Put Kevin in as a summon. Put Munce's Blimp in as a summon. And there was, oh yeah, how can I forget the best world in all of Kingdom Hearts, let alone in gaming history. Right here, Frozen Elsa world in Kingdom Hearts. Oh my god, the best reveal ever. Everyone
I know, like,
loves
that's sarcasm,
Frozen.
but fuck me if that world doesn't look goddamn pretty.
Yeah, it's a snow world, so I can't be too mad, but, like, Elsa is just the same. She's like, ooh, everyone thinks I'm a danger, I'm gonna lock myself away in this,
that's kind of the
building.
point. Like, you're like interrupting these worlds in the middle of a movie plots. That's like half the point of these, is that you
But I hate
the first time you arrive, you're just in the movie plot.
I have to say, I don't know, I just feel like they could have made her a better character, because I hate that shit.
I mean, Disney wouldn't let them though. They have to. Remember, it's not like they have free writing in here. They have to run this all past the corporate overlords.
Just like and then like the thing is, oh, but there's that, and then you add darkness on top of it. Ah! Also, is I the only one? Olaf wasn't animated at all? He didn't turn his body at all? He didn't even move his eyes?
It was very unsettling.
He's animated better in the movie, I'm pretty sure. Like, he's not like that in the movie. It's not like a style choice because he's a snowman. So, like, he doesn't have movable limbs. No, he moved. It's just like, I hope he's not like that in the final game because that makes him even creepier. But yeah, I think that's really all I had to say about Frozen and all that shit.
Let's ride.
Upworld, give it to me. Still waiting. How many worlds are there usually in Kingdom Hearts?
Anywhere from like 15 to 20.
And how many have we seen?
I don't know offhand. Over 10 at this point.
Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Over 10? Oh god damn it. That's not much room left.
No.
When's it coming out again?
It's like January 25th. Or 29th, I'm sorry.
Oh right, yeah. February, basically. I can't
Like everything else is January 25th. Well, I'm not even joking about that. It was like fucking 4 different games that had released at this show for January 25th. It's nuts.
Alright, let's see. After Kingdom Hearts was Forza, which
I have no interest in. Well, I mean, I had interest in this one because it's set in the UK, so I could just make constant jokes about the UK being shithole.
It's like, I mean, Moldy was excited for it, I think, so, you know, I guess it has an audience,
sure
right?
games for like, well, yeah, they sell like millions every year. Like, I'm sure they're perfectly fine games. I'm not a car person.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I feel like there might not be enough
One
to
of those
do.
things that appears at every Microsoft show.
But they didn't bring out the car! They did, like,
no.
like everybody says that like it's dumb and bad, but I think everyone actually loves it. I love it.
Because it's fucking funny.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think it would only have made Microsoft's conference better if they panned out to like, you know, the not direct feed and there was a car there.
Is the car mysteriously in the audience now?
So that's why Forza isn't gonna be good. But yeah, they have the blimp events or whatever, and like you get to drive around in a world with people, I guess. But
I mean, all I really have to say about it is you can tell like foreigners made it because it's the UK with like actual color and life in it.
well, everyone hates dreary and brown video games, so you kind of have to. It's a video game, right? You kind of have
there's nothing brown here. It's all gray.
You have to suspend your disbelief for the sake of fiction, right? Yeah, it could be good. Not really interested myself, but oh my god, remember the text bubbles? Like,
I don't know.
But like, for how you interact with other people, it's like wanna drift, and then one of them was like drifting.
I must have missed that.
And they looked like smartphone text bubbles. I was like, oh my god.
Missiles and rain, sniping, help.
Can't use this weapon.
Of course I'm not land. Anyway, next.
Next was We Happy Few, which I thought was out months ago. Is it really not out? Is that not DLC or something?
No, it's not out.
Was it supposed to be out?
Nah, well, I mean, it had an early access release.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
The game that like advertised itself as like a Bioshock sort of thing has only ever shown itself as a Bioshock sort of thing, and then when it came out in early access, it was just another survival game, only with even like worse and more poorly balanced meters and shit.
That sucks, because the concept actually looks pretty neat.
I mean, it did, but then like I actually like read the setting notes in an interview of Compulsion Games, and it's basically a big rant about how antidepressants actually make it worse.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So you know, like it's also like morally reprehensible. No, I'm not even kidding about that either. Like, it's literally about how like all the people in this town are like depressed because of some great accident or whatever, and then antidepressants actually just made them even worse. And like the joy is meant to represent like super antidepressants and how it's evil and makes everyone hide their true emotions and feelings and corrupts them from inside. It's fucking bad.
After that is Tales of Vesperia being localized.
Yeah.
Mostly,
I mean, not localized. This was an announcement. Like, we didn't know this remaster was happening.
So it's a remaster.
Yes, Tales of Vesperia originally released on Xbox 360, years ago, and it was localized years ago, which is fine. The real thing was that a PS3 re-release with more content, more like a whole new character, like more story content, loads of new shit. But because of Microsoft's extremely dickish like contracts, because they help pay for the localization, and I think part of the development, they would not let that improved version be like localized years later.
Okay, so that's
so this version is the actual PS3 proper true version, and we're actually getting it now on like fucking everything. Even the Switch is getting it. So like, I'm debating PS4 and Switch. Tales of Vesperia is an extremely good game, generally regarded as like the best of the Tales series, so it's highly recommended. You don't need to like play other ones, because it's one of those things like Final Fantasy where every game is a different world.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe one day I'll play all the Tales games.
And yes, Noel, I am Great Britain. Our local GameStop equivalent is just game.
Game.
Just game. Just typing in like Game UK, it'll be like the one big purple logo. Yeah, like, Tales of Vesperia, I'm happy to see that. Like, I'm glad to see it at long last. Lots of Twitter jokes about that one time.
I was about to say.
Namco Bandai Europe rep sassed someone for asking for the PS3 release.
Yeah, they said, like, we're gonna be localizing a lot of shit, and then someone said Tales of Vesperia PS3, and they said, not that one. And then now everybody, like, once it was announced, just started replying to them, yes, that one. Even the official
Tales account and replying to the Namco Bandai account saying, yeah, that one. It was fucking great. No worries, Novell. I'm kind of curious what you're looking for. Yeah, like Tales of Vesperia, highly recommended. You don't need to play like any other games. Just pop right in.
It's anime, though.
I mean, we're playing anime right now.
It doesn't belong at E3. Division 2?
UK eShop card, I see.
Alright. Division 2, I mean, I think the only interesting thing there is that they did the fake gamer chat, which everyone hates.
I fucking hate that.
It's like, the worst E3 trope.
It makes me hate the game. Like, it actively makes me dislike the game. Like, not that I liked it to begin with, because, the Division as a concept is just, like, morally disgusting in every single level. Because it's literally secret government agents murder masses of the poor and downtrodden trying to survive in a broken world.
That's true.
Just for being the poor and just like downtrodden.
It's true.
So and you're meant to play as those government agents. You're meant to feel good about what you do for some reason. That's what Tom Clancy games are half the time. Like they're just American hoorah power fantasies about crushing the weak enemies of America who are simultaneously super powerful. Yeah. How much is the Octopus Band? I have no idea.
$20. Can you pre-order it?
I don't have any money to pre-order it.
No, I mean, but like, can you pre-order it so you'd see the price?
I can't do that now.
I was just saying, like, it'd be weird if they just made it non-pre-orderable.
I mean, yeah, there'll be a price on this pre-order page, sure, but like, I have no idea.
What's $20 in pretendy money?
I don't know, like 15 quid. But you know, the way exchange rates actually work for companies.
Oh right, it could be 20.
Like, it's probably more like 21 quid.
Yeah, it could be the exact same, but in a in a different currency.
Yeah, because that's how it definitely works. Sure.
Oh jeez.
All right, after that, 17.99. Fuck me, Nintendo. Christ.
It's pretty expensive.
That's fucking pricey.
I mean, 80 levels. I don't know. That's pretty big.
I mean, I guess it's it's more than that fucking game.
Yeah.
Even so.
After that, I have no wheelhouse in this. Devil May Cry 5. The Gavin section of the Salmon Run.
They're back. They've done it.
All I know is like
when I first saw it, I shit my pants. I thought it was the reboot because he looks like the fucking reboot Dante does Nero, but it's not. It's proper Devil May Cry, and it's fucking good again.
So let me get this straight. The gray-haired individual is Dante, the protagonist of the series.
I mean, like, yes.
Okay.
I guess he would be the gray one now, because like Nero's just more pure white.
I mean, I don't know if the hair was white. Right?
I mean, the guy who took up in the most of the trailer was Nero. He's the guy with the robot arm.
Okay.
Dante is the madman riding a motorcycle at the end.
Okay, I didn't really see that, I think. So...
Yeah, he's at the end, and he just comes tearing on the motorcycle going, whoa! You know, the way Dante does. It's pretty much exactly his character.
The thing about Nero is, like, half the time, he looks really good. Like, he reminds me of, like, Grant Kirkhope and that dude from Pokemon Sun and Moon. What's his name? The Meowth dude?
Nami?
Yeah, that guy. He reminds me of that, and then the other half of the time, he looks really ugly. Like, I don't know why.
It's kind of the fact that they're using the Resident Evil 7 engine, and the way that those faces is kind of...
Yeah, that's probably it. It's the face, right?
Yeah, but, you know, it does, you know, visuals and performance really well, so you have to do the price out there.
I did all I could.
But yeah, no, it looks sick. Like, the bits of combat we've seen, both in that trailer and in footage afterwards, it looks extremely complex and nuts. Just stuff like where you kick enemies into the air, you beat them up, you boot them away from you, and detonate your robot fist at a distance to bounce them in the air to keep them juggled. Like, it looks rad. It looks so good. There's 3 playable characters. They already confirmed, like, 60 FPS, like, out of the gate on all platforms, and I was just like, yes, they've done it. So, you know, fucking sick. Well, I guess that's us kicked out of that.
That's Salmon Run gone.
So let's keep chatting, I guess.
Here's my pre-order box. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, well, move aside, Gavin, because the real big announcement of E3 has arrived, and it's called the Cuphead DLC. Because Cuphead is so good. And the best part about this DLC is new music, obviously. But they said it's gonna be like one whole island. I think all 3 like worlds in Cuphead were all part of one island, so it's making me wonder if it's gonna be one world or like doubling the game. But given how much work goes into it and the fact that it's coming out so soon, it's almost definitely not doubling it.
Hang on. What the hell's happening?
What?
It's claiming streaming coding overload, and it was like tanking frames there. Why the hell?
It's fine on my end, so.
No, I know it's OBS just shitting itself for some reason.
Yeah, there are gonna be new bosses. Miss Chalice, I wonder if she's an easy character because she has like a double jump in the trailer. So maybe there's that. And I also wonder if Chef Saltbaker, which is the salt dude, if he's a guide character or whatever, because Cuphead is notoriously a hard game. The Dark Souls of platformers or shooters or whatever people want to call it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they added a little extra helping hand, but with the little thing of calling people salty. It'd be funny. I don't actually know. But more music, more bosses, more animations, more great gameplay, presumably.
The DLC called like Delectable Last Course or something.
Yeah, Delicious Last Course. That was DLC.
Cheeky. That's cheeky.
new charms, new weapons. It's just like, it's gonna be very good and interesting. I'm so glad that that's a thing. The extra gear can still be available after the Octo expansion. Okay.
I mean, most likely. It's like probably just like Ignite is you just buy it, you get it rather than pre-order.
Oh yeah, you know what? You probably get it. The idea was you probably get it early, right?
Yeah. You probably used it, like you got to use it before it was widely available.
Yeah, that's probably it. But, I mean, I'm gonna buy it anyway. Why take chances? Alright, well, we haven't even gone through Microsoft. Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna jump into the turf war, I guess, just while we keep chatting.
I fucking hate Turf War. I could probably do Puyo, though, maybe.
Yeah, you want. Just play whatever's with chat shit.
Would have been nice if they extended this, but whatever. After that was Tunic, the Fog Zelda. I really have nothing to say, but people seem excited for that, so that's good.
Oh yeah, that thing. I mean, it looks like a charming Wii game.
Did you know that Link wears a tunic?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
Hmm.
And really nothing for that.
No, it exists.
And Jump Force, that anime game, where it's like, I guess, what's that?
I mean,
really?
What do you? What?
I thought you would be hyped for that.
I mean, it depends what's in it. Cause like I don't know anything One Piece, and I don't want anything Naruto. If I want Dragon Ball, like, you know, fighters exists. I have fighters, and fighters looks better graphically.
Of course. I mean, that was my big thing. It looks really ugly. Like, they look weirdly plastic and sweaty. Like, and there was this picture going around of Frieza in that game and Frieza in Fighter Z. And Frieza in Fighter Z, I thought was actually a screenshot from the anime. So
yeah,
it's just like...
That's how good Fighter Z looks. Like, it looks like it's just straight up the fucking show.
I think, like, that game could be interesting because... What's that? Comic... Is it comic... magazine Shonen
It's
Jump,
Shonen
I think?
Jump.
Yeah.
Shonen Jump, yeah.
So it should just be like a bunch of what are they?
Shonen Jump characters.
What
And
kind
here's
of
the
anime?
thing I'm hoping for.
JoJo.
The JoJo was serialized in Shonen Jump. I think it was like around part 6 or 7 it moved to like the more adult Jump variant.
So,
So,
like,
you know.
there could be interesting characters revealed and added.
The funny thing to me was that, you know, Bleach is like over. Like, Bleach got the fucking murdered, so now the Bleach character isn't there where he should have been.
Oh, really?
I mean, normally in these sort of, in the old J-Stars and Ultra Jump games and all that, it would have been, you know, like Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach. You know, Bleach is dead and unpopular now, so he's just gone. It's just kind of funny to me. Like, I know, fuck, I got stuck. I know I shouldn't laugh, but
I mean, maybe Deku from My Hero Academia might be added. That's really the only other character
like, he's like top of Shonen Jump right now, so yeah.
I think could happen. I should actually do like Odyssey. No, that'd be bad. Odyssey free running grinding. No.
He's being tempted by the dark side. I mean, if you wait a second, Novell, and like you really need it, I can like lend you my like mobile number. I trust you enough for that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean it's Novell. Like he's not gonna like what's he gonna do? Like sign me up to like game text? I already get those.
Yeah, just if they ask you for anything, just say no to everything. If it's anything like GameStop.
I already get emails from them and shit. Anyway, it's fine.
Turn this shit down. Is this endurance? No. Oh, cool. They put me as fish thing now. Hold on. Let me get this set up. Because I clicked out of the thing. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see. After that was Battletoads, technically.
Yeah, really. I'll like, you know, I trust you enough. I'll throw your mind. Fuck it. But I'll whisper it to you after I'm out of this match.
Endless Puyo. There we go.
Cue the music.
Hope that's not too loud. Turn it down a bit. Okay, yeah, after that's Battletoads, and they didn't show anything.
They didn't show shit.
So
what they said sounded like a very promising game. They just didn't show it.
Oops, I suck. But yeah, I mean, if it's actual Battletoads, then That's exciting.
Yeah.
I don't think I can focus while doing this. I'm already like being mind flooded here.
Ah, they pushed back at the end. The cunts.
God damn it. Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know how someone can use an end zap and then only get 600 points.
because it's a great weapon. Oh wait, that's bad.
600 points.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Oh, looking forward to Battletoads, I think. Because the first game's pretty interesting. I never played it, but I've watched it, so... Classic.
I mean, the trailer had the pause music, so they know what they're doing.
They're probably gonna look like their ugly selves in recent times, but... Oh well. I mean, they're gross frogmen. So I guess that's fair.
Step it up.
And then after that was everyone's favorite, the Gears of War Funko Pops.
Funko Pop mobile video game.
Yeah, I thought it was just a teaser for the next Gears of War. I mean, I actually wasn't there because I was talking to my employer, but when I saw it, I thought it was just a teaser.
Fucking.
But it's an actual game? Is it like, what?
Yeah, it's a mobile game of some sort.
And then they tiered Gears of War 5, but I don't give a shit. I don't know if Gavin gives a shit.
No.
But just the fact that it's a Funko Pop game. Wow, look at how far we've come as a society. Really good job.
Step it up. Surfing beats.
And then the final thing I have on here is Cyberpunk. He's a bit busy.
Yep.
Step it
Why
up.
don't you do this after the stream?
That's fine. I already put bum. Anyway, Cyberpunk. That trailer was like basically just like setting the tone world, like building the world and shit. But you know, damn if it doesn't look good.
I know nothing about Cyberpunk, so
It's based on a tabletop role-playing game, yes. And it's like, I think the actual tabletop game is Cyberpunk 2020. And Cyberpunk 2077 is a conceptual setting made by the creators of that, but they never got to make it into a game until now. When CD Projekt Red came to them and was like, hey, we want to make a Cyberpunk game.
Step it up.
alright.
No worries, Novell, enjoy. Just don't sign me up to weird porn. So I get enough of that as is. But yeah, like Cyberpunk 2077, that is exactly my aesthetic. Like, it's a very interesting, gorgeous looking world, like all dystopic and fucked up, and there's like people with like detachable robot faces and stuff. Like, it looks, like a fantastic world, and I know no gameplay, but like, I just intrinsically trust CD Projekt Red to do it justice after The Witcher 3 was like the best Western role-playing game in like actual years by like several leagues. You know, good times.
David Cage probably did it better.
Step it up.
And he's not really cyberpunk though, it's just sci-fi.
Robots, they're all the same. Okay, so what conference was after that? Because
Well, before we get to that, there is one bit of news we didn't touch on because it wasn't game news.
the
per
David
se.
Cage one?
No, Microsoft bought like 5 studios, among them Compulsion, who make We Have You, which is like, that's a tragic choice to make. And fucking Ninja Theory, which made me and David both burst out laughing when we saw it.
I don't know anything about this shit, so...
Ninja Theory are the really embarrassing and bad developers of the Devil May Cry reboot, among many other failed bad action games. And Microsoft decided to buy them because, that Hellblade game did some money and got like a lot of press looking for having a really deep story or some shit, despite having God of War reboot tier bad combat. So, whatever. But it was just funny because that was they just said that like some big bold decision, and like it's just fucking, you couldn't have made a better choice there, lads.
Well, doesn't that make it a bold decision if it's a bad choice?
I mean, bold in the sense of like a bold child shitting on the carpet, maybe, sure.
Step it up.
see the new version of Skyrim. Yeah, Bethesda was next, so.
What? After Mike, were they?
Yes, they were.
I thought Bethesda was later that night.
They were also the next one. There was a mad gap between Microsoft and Bethesda.
Bethesda? I thought Bethesda was day 2.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I got that crack completely out of whack.
I didn't watch Bethesda because it was like 2 a.m. I was like, I just want to sleep instead.
The thing is, I kind of think that they... I don't know. Because I mean,
from what I've seen of like high releases and shit, it was a decent show.
I mean, I thought it was real good, maybe? I'm hesitant to say that because I don't know anything. Or I don't really care about playing the games, but...
I said to David before I went to sleep, hey, you know, maybe the lines of Doom 2, it's been 2 years, and then they did. So, you know, hey, I'm sort of.
And I know nothing about Doom, but I looked it up because Mike, who I was watching there, kept saying Hell on Earth, because there were buildings in the background.
Doom 2, Hell on Earth, yeah.
And Doom 2 is called Doom 2, Hell on Earth, and Doom Guy, as Wikipedia actually officially calls him, is, apparently Doom 1 was on Mars, which I didn't know. And
yeah, that's his official name is Doom Guy. It's either Doom Guy or Doom Slayer. You pick one.
He was on Mars, and then he came back to Earth, and then the shit fuckheads were there too. So I didn't know that, but there's the plot for you, and I think it's just gonna follow that.
That's perfectly fine by me.
So it seems like a cool concept because Earth architecture, apocalypse.
Enjoying it though. Yeah, but like it's more Doom. It just has to play like Doom, and it will win. It'll just be the best. So you know, hey, sick.
Yeah, I have Doom, and it's on my to play DOCX. So you know, that's closer than say Metal Gear or Dark Souls. But I mean, because thank God TF2, I'm actually adept. I don't know about adept, but used to first-person shooters, so I'm not entirely intimidated anymore.
Play like first-person shooter you're used to. This is a game of speed and violence.
First-person shooter. I'm not used to any first-person shooter though, except for TF2, I guess. But
that's what I'm saying. It's not like any first-person shooter you're used to.
It's good news for a potential player of the first game. But that was later on in the conference. Like, you're jumping the gun to shit no one cares about because they opened with the strongest opening Ubisoft always does. Everyone's favorite, Just Dance.
We're not on Ubisoft. What are you on about?
God damn it! Because I had Ubisoft. Right. Wait, I had Square Enix after that. Okay, Bethesda. I'm actually gonna cut this. Bethesda. Okay, so Bethesda started in a similar vein of shit everyone loves. So I'm still kind of right. Well, just loud music.
It was Andrew WK, wasn't it?
I don't know. It was just really loud, like rock music or whatever.
Yeah, that would have been him. I saw he at their show, and that's a perfect choice. I'm happy with.
It was like really funny. I don't know why, but I liked it. You know. Yeah. So I guess that's a good thing. But that was for Rage 2, which looks fine.
Yeah, they used one of Andrew WK's songs in the original Rage 2 trailer.
Step it up.
Not a game I'm gonna get, but if people are excited for it, it looks pretty alright.
I haven't seen gameplay of it, but I've heard it's basically looking like another Doom, and you know, why the fuck not, really?
It had that shit where it's like, you know, kind of stealth around gameplay, which I hate. It wasn't really stealth, like, because he would come out and then throw a disc around a dude, and then it carried the dude several feet into the air before exploding. So
okay, no, that's fun.
It
I'll
wasn't.
see and judge for myself.
Yeah, it wasn't boring. It was just there was some of that, which I'm just like, it's fun to play, but it's really not fun to watch at E3. You know, like. Why not show better gameplay? But the gameplay was fine enough, I guess. So Rage 2 didn't seem that bad. After that was Doom 2, which is called Doom 2 Eternal, which...
That's just Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal, sorry. And, you know, not a very good name, I don't think. But how do you name a video game? You just don't. Fuck it. Who cares?
Should just called it Hell on Earth again, fuck it, why not?
They really should have, but whatever. After that was Prey.
Prey DLC.
Yeah, which actually I was pretty interested in. So that's cool. It's like they made like a roguelike version of it.
Fair enough.
And then Prop Hunt, which everyone's like, TF2 did that in 2007. But like, are you really gonna complain about more Prop Hunt elsewhere? Like, are you? I'm not. That seems cool. And it's on the moon, everyone's favorite place. At least it's my favorite place. How am I gonna carry this? Someone has to. Okay, whatever. And Wolfenstein Youngblood, I don't know if you had anything to say about that.
I mean, from what I haven't played Wolfenstein 2, from what I heard, they kind of really fucked the gameplay balance in it, so I'm like hesitant. Although I will say thematically, making it a game about like two young Jewish girls going around murdering Nazis is like fucking hilarious considering how mad that makes weird people on the internet. You know, fair play. Go off to a good start.
Classic internet.
You know, I support it. I just hope they've like learned lessons from people's criticisms of Wolfenstein 2.
Perhaps. Next I wrote Todd Howard. Todd Howard isn't a game, but Todd Howard is a pretty charming man. So I think that's
He's
where
become self-aware, hasn't he?
Yeah, like did you watch it?
No,
Like,
I've seen the highlights, like bits of it.
He made a lot of jokes. It was really funny. I like Todd Howard. He's a funny dude. Oh yeah, because right after it was Skyrim Very Special Edition, where it's just Skyrim on Amazon Alexa or whatever.
So,
It was just like this dude yelling about like it's basically D&D, right?
I haven't seen what it actually plays like, but
it's not really playing. It's just like Alexa kind of describes to you what's happening in the game,
okay.
and then you make a decision based on that.
it sounds it was like CD-based choose your own adventure books in like the 80s and 90s, and it sounds like one of those.
Yeah, I think it sounds about right. But that was like such a funny trailer, and then they're like, we're putting Skyrim on the Etch-a-Sketch after that, and then Skyrim on your refrigerator. So they're clearly self-aware, which is fucking great.
Yeah, I love it when that happens. It happens in like a good way instead of just hee
XD.
Yeah.
After that was Fallout 76, which I don't know how much of that you heard about.
Not much, but I'm not very interested anyway.
I'm like pretty interested. Like basically the whole shtick with this Fallout game is that it's like online.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can play with friends and there are other people online as well. He said like a few dozen people, not like 100 or something. So it won't be like too crowded, presumably. But like you can also play single player, so they already knew people's main concern. But I wonder how it's gonna work, because I feel like the single player might be shafted for the multiplayer.
I mean, probably.
Like the quality of it's gonna be decreased in favor of that. Kind of like how the quality of Fallout 4 was decreased by the option to use voice acting, but
yeah,
whatever. So I'm optimistic, but also what's the term? Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Because it's like they have cryptids in it now, which is a cool concept in and of itself. So I like that.
I did see that there's like some new big stompy monster in like the woods or whatever, and I was like, oh man, that's fucking grand, actually.
It was like there's Mothman. There's one from Yokai Watch that I recognize, but I don't know the name of. There's this giant sloth. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty rad. Like they're going like nuts with creature design. No, that's actually pretty rad. It's like Fallout's been getting a bit stagnant with that since they took over.
There was a monster that kind of looked like shit. There was a monster that kind of looked like a Monster Hunter enemy with how big it was. So it could be cool. and then you can drop nukes on other people, which I saw a tweet saying like, well, wasn't like Fallout about how nukes are bad, and now they're kind of parading it. So
I mean, they've always done that, like, you know, like miniature nukes have been weapons in the series since Fallout 1.
I mean, I know
like little handheld launch nukes.
Is it New Vegas where you can like there's a town that's around a nuke?
No, that's Fallout 3. It's Megaton.
Okay.
Like the first one you get to, like, there's a, you know, still active, but like unexploded nuke, and you can set it off.
You can set it off and kill everyone in there.
Yeah, but there's no real reason to.
well, no, there is a reason to. That dude wants you. That rich dude wants you to do it.
Yeah, but like the reward you get for that are like objectively far worse than just not doing it.
Well, yeah, but it is kind of funny. Just basically, I was watching Northern Lion do it, and he blew it up. I don't know why. Sometimes he's chaotic evil, but it was just pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, people are expressing concern about how like you could just be minding your own business, kind of, and then just suddenly a nuke. It's not like you can really defend yourself.
Like that Rust survival game sort of thing, aren't they?
I'm not entirely sure what that is.
It's one of those like games where these survival meters you just get dumped on the server and there's like tons of people there, and sometimes they'll just destroy you no matter what, and you just kind of have to hope you got like lucky and didn't get a shithole.
Well, that kind of sounds like what it is, yeah. From
Yeah.
my first impressions. I think it could. Oh no! I think it could be good. Well, we'll just have to see. I look forward to people's interpretations of it, especially like the beta's a thing. So, definitely see there. I'm definitely gonna lose, but it's okay. Never mind, I'm the master digger. After Fallout, which was their big thing, Elder Scrolls Blades, which is
some mobile game, wasn't it?
Yep, the completely mobile Elder Scrolls game, where you have like the sticks on the screen kind of gameplay.
Won by 0.2%. Fucking white flag on these dually stays by a her.
I think the only good part of that segment was when Todd Howard's like, in case you need an extra hand, and then people in the audience started laughing, and then he just said in like this very condescending tone, "Degenerates."
That's good.
I think that was the only good thing about that part, because it wasn't a parody. It wasn't like the Alexa thing. It was its own actual thing. So. It's a very weird decision, but whatever. Whatever, Bethesda, you do you. After that is like a Starfield teaser, which I don't know what the fuck Starfield is, but apparently everyone else did.
It's brand new IP, so we know shit all about it because they didn't say it or show anything.
I guess maybe people are excited of the idea of like a game like Fallout or Elder Scrolls in space. Yeah. That's it? That's okay.
It. We literally know nothing else because it and the next game were announced for next-gen consoles.
Yeah.
Because that's how far away they are, apparently.
Elder Scrolls 6 was actually announced, which I wasn't expecting. I know nothing about
I think they
Elder
just
Scrolls.
showed that just to make people shut up.
Exactly. Like
they keep getting asked for it every fucking year, and I guess because this is the year of self-warning, it's just like, ah, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah. It's like Nintendo and Metroid Prime. But we'll get to that. So that was Bethesda. Yeah, that was Bethesda.
Skip the ring.
Who was after Bethesda? Because I clearly have no fucking idea.
After Bethesda was Square Enix.
Square Enix.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I have that kind of...
Devolver was in between them, but they only had like 1 year.
No, hold on. Devolver had, where's Devolver? That's very far down. I had that before Sony, so, okay. Good job, Chris. Well, they had that loot box coin thing, which was like, what the fuck? And it was actually real. But
I think I'm about to release my flag on this.
they announced that game, like My Friend Pedro or whatever, where it's like that dude on a skateboard with a gun. The gameplay actually looked pretty cool. Pretty fun, so it's kind of interesting. And then after that was Metal Wolf Chaos, which I thought you were excited for or something.
I am, yes. Because sick mech game.
I don't even know what it is. It seemed like an old Japanese only game.
Yeah, remaster of an Xbox only, Japanese only mech fighter game by From Software.
Of course.
And it's like hilarious, over the top American parody. Where it's like, the vice president has become a terrorism. You must defeat him, president of the United States.
So you're playing as the president of the United States?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds good.
You're just directly the president of the United States, and the vice president is evil and causing terrorism. You must defeat him for the glory of all that is righteous and good.
Oh wait, I completely forgot. In Bethesda, the Alexa thing was actually real.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that it wasn't just a joke trailer. They actually put it on there. Oh my god. The madmen. Yeah, that was pretty much Devolver, besides the usual Devolver fare, which people were apparently like upset with this year or something.
Well, it's because they made the joke, like, make America great again, and people began screaming that literally means they want to kill everyone who is gay or like not white, and it's like, you're all like actual fucking children.
People aren't happy about that, but I was talking about it in a more general sense, I guess. It wasn't just cringe this time, it was like, wow, Devolver was fucking terrible. I'm like,
No, I'm pretty sure it was the reaction to that slow run. That was all the backlash I saw was focused on that. We just dying a guy or something? What the fuck? We're just fucking pulling teeth trying to get anywhere out of these people.
That's Splatoon. Okay, yeah, that's all we got for Devolver Digital. Except for the fact that it's Metal of Chaos XD, so I thought it wasn't a real announcement. Because you know how XD is on the internet. But now it's real. So who was after that? I forget. Square Enix?
After that is Square Enix.
Square Enix started with the shit I probably hate the most in E3, which is just like gameplay where the main character just sneaks around. It's so boring. Lara Croft was so boring. Why would you bore me so much?
No, because it's deep and cinematic. You don't understand. It's extremely deep and cinematic.
I just want to die. I mean, I can't imagine you're interested for that game, are you?
Oh, fuck no, Christ. I know people really enjoy it, but that's the exact sort of game that gets on my tits completely, because I think it's just a fucking disaster. Like, it's just like, this is much of what is wrong with, like, video game designs, this series.
Well, after that was Final Fantasy XIV, which neither of us play, so...
Yeah.
I mean, but I know a lot of people who... Well, not a lot of people, but I know a number of people who play it, so... It's kind of nice that they still getting expansions for that and, like, Monster Hunter stuff, too.
Yeah, it's neat.
So that's kind of cool. And really, all I know about that is there's art of like people's OCs, they draw art of it, and it's really good. And Yokai Watch stuff. Like, you can ride around and whisper. That's all I know. I'm a bad person. Okay, after that was Dragon Quest XI, which is Dragon Quest. I think everyone thinks that looks good or something.
Gorgeous. It looks great. I can't wait for it.
One thing I saw someone say, which I agree with. Why were like their thigh shots of like all the girls, and then the fat guy didn't get a thigh shot as well? It just seems kind of unfair to me.
I don't know why you're questioning that at all, because like, of course, no shit.
I just kind of want equal representation for the fat video game characters out there.
You're not gonna get that out of Akira. Most of the girls stopped fighting after a while before Yama.
Gone are the days of waifus. This is now the era of whatever that dude's name in Fire Emblem is. What is his name? He goes like, oh!
I have no idea who you're on about.
Well, I don't either. We are lost. Uh-oh,
So,
speaking of lost.
yeah, like, you know, like Akira Toriyama front their games tend to be high. Like, if whenever he does his art in general, anytime there is like fan service, it's gonna be women and then, you know, no guy stuff. And you'll be on, you know, all the shirtless men fighting and screaming at each other.
Well, that's fine by me.
That just comes with the setting, really.
Step it up.
Oh no. I am losing.
But yeah, no, like Dragon Quest 11 looks fucking great. I'm glad like it's both getting lots of attention and seems to be getting popular, and Square Enix are giving it a proper push.
Step it up.
It's well deserved.
Toughen these.
Let's see if we're gonna frog. After that was Babylon's Fall, made by the other company
Platinum
that's
Games.
really good, except for Star Fox Zero.
Platinum Games. That was developed by Nintendo mainly. Platinum Games.
You can't hide that.
I can't hide. Like, it's nothing to hide. Like, it wasn't a Nintendo developed game. They just did like art assets. Mainly.
Platinum Games made a failure.
I mean, they did. It was called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Oh yeah, that. But wasn't that Transformers game also not that good?
No, that Transformers game was sick.
Oh okay.
They actually had like money and a proper budget to make that one. And Activision was like, "Hey, do the same thing, but in multiplayer and also like in 3 months." And it was kind of like, well, no wonder.
Shit.
We didn't see any gameplay or anything of Babylon's Fall. It was just like a swirl setting trailer thing. But I'm still completely 100% there.
I have zero idea.
Mr.
What's...
Super Knight who has like fucking hand tendrils out of his back and sees weapons to fight with. Like that looks, if they're gonna put that in gameplay, that looks sick as hell.
I was clearly looking away during that part.
And you know, like I'm also just really happy that Square Enix are finally like so fucking pleased with Platinum. They're just giving them an original title now to make.
Step it up.
As opposed to Microsoft.
Yeah, basically, it's, you know, it's like it's all good. Everything's good. Good times for Platinum. Good times for Square Enix. There was a notable missing thing from this, this E3 from Square Enix.
Animal. Oh wait, hold on. That's later.
Yeah, that's the way that's Square Enix.
If you didn't add from Square Enix, I was gonna go in.
Yeah, but they put the Deus Ex series on ice from Eidos Montreal. They put that on ice after Mankind have edited itself so well in order to make an Avengers game or set of games.
Oh great, my favorite.
And that's just completely gone. It's just like it's just not here. It's been in development for like 2-3 years now. It's just not happening. Where they, I'm pretty sure it's dead in the water.
Step it up.
Well, you know what they say. I never asked for this.
But yeah, that's all I had to add. And you know, Kingdom Hearts 3, you were on about that.
Yeah.
I'm cautious about Just Cause 4.
I mean, there's one very important thing here that I have to make very clear. That they didn't announce the localization of Fortune Street 30th anniversary.
Shocker.
Why would they not do that?
They probably think, oh, it's not gonna make any money.
I hope they do it.
It would be nice, but
Like, it doesn't even have to be an E3 announcement, but I don't know, I was maybe expecting like it for a minute, maybe. Hoping for it. Would have been really nice. Maybe they would have gotten a Square Enix wins E3 from me, perhaps.
Step it up.
My high clout, very important. Yeah, I think that's it for Square Enix.
there was the Quiet Man, which is,
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
I mean, what it is an FMV game, and we'll get into that.
Oh,
but,
that!
like, the resurrection of the FMV game is happening this E3. That's the third FMV game this E3 to be revealed.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of that Rainbow game, I think.
You probably are. But there is like an FMV game that was like from Square Enix where it's like, you know, we're mixing live action footage in here, and it's like this is the third fucking game this show that does this. And there's also like 2 Sega CD ones are being resurrected by limited run games. And it's just like, what the hell is this most perverse of resurrections? Like, why not of all times?
Step it up.
But yeah, like I think that's everything from Square Enix.
All I know about the Quiet Man is people were making jokes about like him being quiet or something. Or like just like the trailer didn't have any sound, stuff like that.
That's kind of a given for...
That's all I know about it. So who was after that?
Like, show-wise, after that is Ubisoft.
Okay, that's in order. Okay, let's pick up where I left off. Ubisoft has the best show every year because they always have this little thing called Just Dance, and they always blow it right out of the park. Unfortunately, this year they didn't talk about a tragic event with all the animal people on stage. I was very much looking forward to that, but they had that whole musical number at least, so big ups to them. Just Dance is my favorite part of E3, and I really don't know what they're going to do without Just Dance when it finally dies.
Am I stuck in this wall?
That's pretty much it. That's all I'm about to lose. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I believe that game is fucked now. That game is just over. I fully believe that game is just wrecked. For one simple reason. They've like put this initiative forward where they want people to make content, like visual content and audio content, like music and radio show shit, for free, and just give it to them to put in the game for free, for exposure.
Yeah, I mean, people definitely weren't happy about that.
And the fact that they have to do that for like one of their flagship things, or like one of the things they touted as a flagship thing, that game is boned. Like that is dead on arrival.
They wasted all their money on these very nice movies that they keep showing at E3.
Well, they are very nice movies, to be fair.
I like the Pigmen. They're very good.
Yeah, Page is from the game. That thing at the end of the trailer like seems ostensibly like a twist because it was meant to like shock people because like, oh, that's the protagonist from the first game, but it's a prequel, so
yeah,
no.
I completely forgot. Beyond Good and Evil fans are fucking pissed, apparently, from what I've heard, because the last Beyond Good and Evil game came out when?
On a cliffhanger.
No, when?
Fucking over a decade ago.
When? I actually don't know. When
like
did
it was
that
like early GameCube. That was.
Oh my god, that's like early 2000s.
Yeah, we're talking like 2002.
Almost 2 decades.
Oh, there's no way I'm glad you could buy the thing. Enjoy.
Thank goodness. Enjoy tomorrow evening. Where was I? Oh yeah, it was a game like 20 years ago that ended on a cliffhanger, and all the fans have been very patiently waiting. This new game is announced, so the fans are finally like, oh wow, we're finally gonna find the solution to this cliffhanger, which I actually don't know about, but whatever. And then it turns out to be
I'm not gonna say, because you might enjoy it.
It's a spoiler, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, now it's revealed it's a prequel, which pretty much is saying we aren't gonna jump to the end of the first game.
The last one, and like answer anything.
To tell you that, so no result to that cliffhanger for you idiots. So people are not happy.
Please make that game for us.
Yeah, I'm not really like, I'm not an artist, I guess, but I'm not really too tilted about that. It wasn't bad faith though, for sure.
It's like I'm tilted about it because it's like this should be what you're doing. Like you should need to crowdsource your own big budget AAA exploration spaceship game.
Oh, they don't, Gavin. They don't need to. It's just a little fun community thing.
No, it's because they don't want to spend the resources on it, and like that implies that this game is being like, just fucking skimped out on.
Nonsense. So it was not a good E3 for Beyond Good and Evil, because they also didn't show gameplay, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, they showed a pre-alpha gameplay, which was just wandering around environments and not doing anything.
I must have looked away during that.
It was basically not gameplay, it's just B-roll footage, if anything.
Okay, so that's probably why I thought it wasn't gameplay.
Yeah, it's like nothing substantial, nothing that actually tells us how it plays or feels.
Definitely not a good year for Beyond Good and Evil 2. I wonder what movie they're gonna wow us with next year, though. It's like Death Stranding, almost.
What was next on Ubisoft's show?
Ubisoft's next was Trials, where the dude rolled in on the mini motorcycle. So... that's just like, fucking Ubisoft, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was embarrassing for all boys.
I thought it was pretty funny. But, I don't know, what was that one Trials game? It was like forever ago. I kind of played it, but you needed Uplay for it, so I stopped playing it. But that was, Trials was really fun, so, I mean, Can't imagine this one's not going to be fun.
He is almost done with Zelda Big, so he hopes to finish it tonight.
Yep. I accidentally gave myself the key to finishing this shit tonight, thank God. Because I am very angry about it. So stay tuned for a very heavy rant. Everyone was like...
You could just go on to Zelda 9 and continue this through Zelda.
I kind of like to keep that its own thing. You know? But, yeah. Everyone's like, oh man, I'm so excited. Like, I can't sleep because of E3. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about, like, how to word how much I hate Nintendo for what they did for this last hint art. But
I feel like I'm gonna have a heavy retort to that, but sure.
I think it's indisputable.
I think it's not, because it's gonna be founded entirely in actions you made.
Maybe, I wouldn't know, but I'm not happy about it, I think. Either way,
I mean, I can't like blame you for being unhappy with it, but at the same time, I wouldn't say it's a game fault.
I don't know. We'll see. 'Cause I don't even know where it is yet. Just have an idea now. Either way, that's not E3.
Yeah.
What is E3 is Mario and Rabbids, Gavin's favorite.
Can we just skip this one?
No, we can't because
no, we can't.
No,
but
no,
you don't
no.
play
It
the
was
fucking game either. Shut up. Just move
it was
on.
good. No, I think that the
No, it
game
was not.
itself
It's
is
terrible.
pretty alright. No,
No, it's not.
Grant
It's
Kirkhope
terrible.
came on stage and did a whole
And he
great
completely
musical.
shamed himself as a human being.
No, a whole great musical
move on.
number. It was like the Donkey Kong, I don't know, the do kind of song. And then the DK rap got a little bit in there, which was so fucking good. I love that. Grant Kirkhope is a genius. God bless that man.
It's just a shame he's a sinner.
And also a really heavy focus on Rabid Kong. Like, he just kept coming back in the trailer or whatever. Like, what is this dude's deal? I'm interested in seeing that. Did they give a release date? I don't even know.
I don't care. I faded it out and waited for like actually like interesting things to happen again.
Wow. I think the dude cried again as well.
Who?
Remember at the last E3 when Mario and Rabbids was announced and then that dude cried because he got to work on a Nintendo game?
I don't remember that, but alright.
I think he cried again because the performance was just so beautiful. Alright, chat, here's how Chris can still win. Oh god, I'm actually bringing it back. What the fuck?
Step it up.
Oh my god, okay.
I just want him to bat my fucking back.
For Honor is getting more support, which, I mean...
An expansion this long after the fact is weird, but then I looked at the content of it and I think I understand it.
I mean, didn't they do that with Rainbow Six Siege, and then that game is...
I mean, no, that was
popular
always
now?
been like constantly updated though. Like that, like
Ah.
For Honor got like fuck all until now.
Shit.
But yeah, like it's all the way like Chinese warriors. Like it's based on
Alright.
Chinese warriors and stuff. So I'm basically saying like, you know, this is either about to release in China or they want to boost its profile in China. So probably because they can get like more microtransaction money there. So this is being done to like shift units and get like large scale attention there.
It's possible.
Step it up.
They're not the first to do that. Like that happens a lot. So whatever.
I'm curious if it'll see a resurgence. 'Cause I never really cared for watching it. It's kind of slow and boring, but people have fun with
Like
it.
NL played it was funny, but that was about it.
Well, that's just because of the commentary.
Yeah.
Also, I did save it. It's frog stacking. None of this is planned. It just happens. Whatever.
Up next was
Skull and Bones. Pirate shit. I'm so done with pirate shit, man.
my problem with this. Like ostensibly, I feel I feel like it could be like a good game, like a good concept, because it's all based in like Assassin's Creed 4's ship combat, which is pretty good actually. But the footage was so heavily edited with like non-gameplay, like cinematic camera angles and shit that it was hard to tell what was going on, and to get an actual feel for how it plays and what actually happens.
Yeah.
Communication was great. So like, you know, it was we basically still know fuck all the how it plays.
I mean, for people who like that stuff, it actually looked pretty alright, but I hope that this fad dies and we just go back to zombies.
I'd take pirates over zombies anyway.
What about pirate zombies?
Even that'd be more interesting.
They're actually called freakers.
Their whole thing, like, a lot of the car that were talking about upgrading the ship and all reminded me of this indie game called Abandoned Ship. No, Abandoned Ship, which is like this is FTL but like pirates and Lovecraftian enemies, and like I saw some people play that and it looked rad, and this like the way this ship customization goes on, and sort of the combat kind of looks like that. So who knows? But until we get a better actual like clear, clean look at fucking Skull and Bones, there's no way to say for sure.
We need to see actual gameplay.
Yeah, basically.
After that was Transference, which was, I think, that Rainbow FMV game.
Yeah, that's the Rainbow FMV game. Which is FMV game like number 2 or 3 this E3.
I wasn't really paying attention. It looked kind of cool, I guess.
It looks like a completely standard VR first-person horror game where you wander around a corrupted, wander around a corrupted mind, and it's like, oh, the spooky child in the corridor, and oh, spooky things happen when you walk into this room. It's kind of like, oh, okay, sure.
Actually, isn't there something else like that? Oh, I actually didn't know where.
I mean, like half of VR games probably.
I didn't know which conference had the VR game where you're the robot.
You need to be more specific than that.
But I don't know if I can. Like, you fly around with your hands. Oh god, I don't even know what it's called. Did I ever even write down the name? I don't think I did. No, wait, unless it was up here. No. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's VR only, so you can't really say much about it, but that looked kind of okay. Looked pretty neat.
Whatever game that may be.
I didn't even see it in the tweets, so I'm just at a loss. I just remembered it after the fact. Let's see. After that was Starlink. Turned away too quickly.
Which looks just like No Man's Sky.
There's Star Fox in it, though. Shigimoto was up there, dude. He was smiling.
They showed him all these war and violence games when he was here, and like, why would you do that to him? He's pure.
Apparently he's not pure because he keeps putting toads in video games.
I mean, no, that's just him exploring sexuality, man. You can't judge him for that.
How can a pure man do that? They can't. He can't. A pure man cannot. It's just a sin. Kill Miyamoto. Okay, anyways, let's bring it down, Chris.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Like, that's you build the thing on the Joy-Con or whatever, right?
Yeah, and then you scan it in, and now you have a ship.
Maybe kids will have fun with it.
I
wasn't really paying attention to the gameplay, unfortunately.
It's No Man's Sky. That's the gameplay. You float around, you nick shit, and then off you go.
Oh, I didn't even write about the PC gaming show at all. But wasn't it? There was that one.
No one watched it, and there was no news.
I watched it, and it was 2 hours of just nothing. Like,
yeah, it's like always 2 to 3 hours of fucking nothing.
The only thing I have to talk about with it is there was that game that was basically No Man's Sky. There, and I was just like, ooh. Ooh, he's lying. He's definitely lying. He said, like, things on other planets that you aren't even at are happening in real time, and I'm like, ooh, that's not true. They're probably definitely unloaded. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I really know about the PC gaming show, so. Ah, nuts. Well, we'll get to the Nintendo Switch. Don't worry. Slow and steady wins this race. Oh yeah, and then the last thing was Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which it's Assassin's Creed. I never cared. Maybe it looks good. The female protagonist people are liking, which is good.
Yeah, it's because she's gay. They're both gay.
She's gay and also kind of awkward. Like not the bad kind of awkward.
I mean, like, you know, the homosexuality thing is like they're ancient Greeks, of course they are. That's just how people roll. It would be weirder if they weren't. So, you know, good for them.
One thing I kept noticing is like there was like that one move that's like the "This is Sparta" kick. That they emphasized a lot, and I'm like,
I mean, the girl is the Spartan character. So
I was gonna say, but that's like a pretty ancient meme. It's weird that they focus on it like that. Yeah, that's it for Ubisoft. Unless there was anything else in the middle.
There was like another non-game thing to comment on where they just got Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like fancy movie star man. He's been in a lot of movies and TV shows and comedy skits and shit. Got him on and said, oh, he's helping with like source people for Beyond Good and Evil 2, which, you know, games are very expensive, etc., etc. We did talk about Starlink.
But we didn't really. It just has Star Fox in it. That's sort of the only really.
We got Levitt on and he just wanked for like 5 minutes about his like networking or referral business, basically. So it's kind of like, great, thanks. I'm glad you wasted our time with this.
I was probably catching up on Twitter then.
There was also the Rainbow Six Siege esports documentary, which is like, thanks,
of course.
Great. I'm glad you spent like 5 minutes at the start of your show on this too. But yeah, that's Ubisoft show.
Oh, a 4-chain! Oh my god! What was next? Should have asked that
Technically,
first.
up next was like limited run games, I think. They were before or after Ubisoft.
I'm gonna be real, I didn't even know that was a thing, so I didn't even watch it.
No real news at all. They just like announced a bunch of like little ports to some systems of old indie games and like little physical runs, like Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds getting like a PS4 physical release.
I saw those tweets, like Spelunky's getting a physical release. There's another PC game that I like that's getting one, but I don't give a shit.
Legion Tales getting a Switch release. What was the other one? There's some other ones, like a Chronoclast is getting a PS4 one, stuff like that. Neat enough. We're also like resurrecting Night Trap and Double Switch, a pair of Sega CD FMV games for modern consoles.
Let's go, FMV!
Which is just like, why the fuck is this happening now? What is going on?
Let's go!
But yeah, that was the run games.
So just a bunch of announcements of games that are already out, but being put on other things.
Things that didn't have box releases getting box releases. This is nice.
Oh, the Switch fans would have loved that. People like Gavin would have loved that.
Hello, Jamil.
I think Carl 101 is definitely interested in physical Spelunky, so hey. It's a limited run though, so you better get it quick. Also, hey, Jamil, we're just talking about E3 because Salmon Run ended early. So
yeah, we got a lot to get to.
We have so much. We decided let's do a full sweep because why not?
Up next is where I sharpen my fucking knives.
Was it Sony? Are we at Sony? We're at Sony?
We're at Sony.
Okay, Sony actually had, I think, the worst. Okay, I don't know. I was thinking about it. That one Nintendo Wii Music press conference where they talked about their sales for like 50 minutes.
Yeah, that was still the worst ever.
I think that beats it. But I was very perturbed with Sony's E3 this year.
Everyone was
perturbed.
Like, we are here, like we've returned to like smug, we can do no wrong dickhead Sony that keeps fucking up and doing bad things. We're back in full force. Early PS3 era Sony is fucking back and they're being dumbasses.
I don't even know if we like need to talk about it. Everyone has to know how bad that conference was, right?
Like, here's the rundown, Rex. I kept track of time during this. This is a 70-minute show. The time it took for them to get to the hall where all the actual games were, 30 minutes.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking more like 40 minutes, so...
No, I mean, like, before they actually showed a game in that hall, like an hour, 5 minutes passed.
Right, Flute Man!
Novell didn't watch it, so let's start from the beginning.
Okay, so Novell...
Start everyone off in a hall with, like, it looks like a little church hall.
It's a church.
And Sean Layden, CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, comes out and he just spends 5 minutes talking complete bollocks. He's like, everything he's saying is like pointless. There's no real meaning to it. It's just, we are really good art. Yes. Over and over again. And then he just says, here is the sound director or composer or whatever for The Last of Us. And then he comes on, and for the next 5 minutes, no game's nothing, he just plays a banjo.
It's not even like Earl Scuggs, like, hyper banjo, it's slow banjo.
Slow banjo, and he's like making these orgasmic art man faces all throughout. Like, I'm really into this.
Reminder that this is taking place in a dimly lit church with like lights hanging overhead, so people kind of thought that Sony was gonna kill them, like Monokuma was gonna come on and say the killing game has begun. So, you know, no one knew what the fuck was happening. Like,
so 10 minutes in, they finally, like, this guy fucks off and just wordlessly put on footage for The Last of Us 2. And like the first 10 minutes of that are just cutscene in the church hall that the one everyone's in to watch this as a recreation of, which made everyone think, oh god, are they gonna make like everyone shuffle into like a room per game?
Yeah.
But
it had a gay kiss in it, so that's good.
Which was nice. It was like full tilt screen, like fully shown, like completely confident. Like, yay, we're there, we made it.
Except the thing is, like, as they were kissing, it suddenly cuts to the protagonist girl killing someone.
Killing someone in a dull, wet, miserable gray forest.
So, like, if anyone wanted to enjoy that moment, it was pretty quickly torn away from them.
And this is what Ellie thinks about when she kisses her girlfriend. But the actual gameplay of The Last of Us 2 looks like The Last of Us 1. But here's an important caveat, boys and girls. The original demo footage for The Last of Us was a load of complete lies. The areas in the game and all, sure, but the AI behaviors, the AI animations and antics and that whole how all the gameplay worked, completely fabricated. The actual AI in the final game was dumb as bricks. It didn't have any of the animations or knowledge or skills or behaviors shown in that footage, and that makes me think everything shown here was a complete lie. Just complete bollocks.
That was obvious, though.
I mean, that's obvious, but like
because
they've been caught doing it before, it's gonna happen again.
Did you see the fight, especially when she, like, after she was hiding behind the desk after she got caught and was shot, and she was chasing in that like desk area? Like, all those animations look very scripted. Entirely?
It's all scripted. Yeah, it is all completely scripted and canon.
No one was convinced that was in the actual game, because there's no way. Like, the camera angles and just the animations, like the very specific things that would need to happen.
Yeah.
Just like there's no way they put that much work into it. So
no, it's all like just completely scripted shit that probably isn't in the final game. I doubt any of the AI behaves like that either. Once that was done, like the people in the hall were told, well, you have to go move to this other hall. People watching the stream weren't told this.
Yeah, just
they
an
just
intermission.
saw silence and then suddenly kicked out to the fucking. I hate this man. I hate his face and his voice. He's a weird robot man who's been like hosting Sony's like day-to-day streams in the run-up to this. I hate him. I hate his face, and he was here, and he's like, yes, let's talk about video games, guys. And this is like, I want to die. And this man, this was like around like the 15-minute mark into this stream.
They showed one game, and it was that shit that I hate. Remember earlier where I was talking about Lara Croft, how she's stealthy through the forest and like hiding from people, and it's not interesting to watch. It's probably interesting to play, but not to watch at all. That's all that's what the first half of the Last of Us 2 thing was, and then the last part of it was scripted. It looked really scripted, so it really was zero substance. So after you have that for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it's just then you're thrown into this intermission. An intermission during an E3 conference.
At the 26-minute mark into this 70-minute show, the stream died completely on Twitch.
Yep, it died on Twitch. It died during the intermission.
I want to point out before this, the stream, like the feed coming from Sony, like this wasn't Twitch or the user's name. The feed coming from Sony was completely boned. It was constantly jittering, like it was fidgeting. It was like cut the black frames out of nowhere a lot. It was fucked until the stream died. Then when it came back up, everything was working fine except the audio was boned and like everyone's voices were pitch shifted up. for the entire rest of the show.
Oh god.
So all the audio in the games subsequent to this, fucked. It was embarrassing. And then, you know, after this came back up, they kept wanking for, like, we got to see, like, a trailer for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. It's just recycling maps from Black Ops 1. Great, thanks, I'm glad. And there's, like, Destiny 2 DLC or some shit, and there was only one interesting shit, which was for a VR rhythm game called Beat Saber, where you just have, like, a sword in each hand, and you just have to slice shit up in, like, the rhythm of the music, and I was like, that looked rad.
VR Fruit Ninja.
Basically. And it was neon as hell, looked rad. But each of these only got like 20 seconds each before back to talking man, talking to people, talking about shit.
Oh my god, it was so weird because during the intermission, they kept cutting away to these like trailers for games. Like they would do a 10-second trailer for a game, and then it would, like, there was no transition. It would just cut immediately to the next trailer, and then it would do it would do 3 of those, and then go back to like the intermission, and then it would do it again. Like it did 3 more trailers like that later on during the intermission, and they kept saying, "Oh, almost. It looks like everyone's almost ready." I'm like, they said that like 3 times. I was just like, "Oh my god, how do you like?" Okay, is the payoff for having, like, you have thousands, maybe even like, well, not millions. I think Bethesda kept saying that too, which is funny. But you have like thousands of people watching online. You have maybe a room filled with like what, 100 people or something.
A few hundred people.
Is the payoff for those few hundred people at the cost of the thousands at home worth it?
Yes.
Like, even if you're there, it's not that impressive for it, is it? Like,
no.
It's just that pisses me off the most. God,
it was the most head-ass format they could have picked. Like, the only way I could see it was that they were just really hoping people would be so blown apart by the sheer artistic might of The Last of Us dude and not care about how fucking stupid a format this is. And no one fell for it. Everyone was pissed. Everyone hated it. They just embarrassed themselves in front of, like, you know, thousands of viewers worldwide because they thought they were so artistic.
I think the thing that makes me genuinely angry is they kind of like brought it back once they actually stopped that shit. Like,
yeah, they had like a similar enough game format as Microsoft once they got their head out of their ass.
Like, I kind of wanted it to all be bad so I could just say it was terrible, but they brought it back, which is like, oh my god.
I mean, they brought it back after like the 5-minute flute song once everyone got in the hall.
So once you're done with the intermission stuff, remember how it opened with the banjo dude? Everyone's brought to this new place. It looked like an actual conference hall, so, you know, it at least didn't seem like they were gonna have a locale for everything. But then after, like, they opened the one game with the banjo dude, they opened the next game with a long-ass flute dude. And, I mean, maybe it was played well. I don't listen to flute music, but, you know, it didn't really sound that impressive. Sorry to the dude who was doing it. So, it's just like...
It was also a complete waste of time.
Yeah, it was for, like...
here for...
I think it was...
experimental flute art.
It was for, like, at least 3 minutes, right? Like...
Yeah, no, it was like actually 5 minutes.
Oh my, yeah, 5 minutes of just flute playing. So like, this is E3, reminder. So, okay, once they're done with that, they release a game that is related to the flute playing, which is Ghost of Tsushima, and I mean, the Japanese aesthetic, so I'm in.
It has a very specific aesthetic. Like, it takes after Kurosawa films, like high contrast, like camera angles that are very sharp and defined, and aesthetically it nails it. It's just a shame the gameplay is just standard sandbox Batman Arkham Asylum combat shit.
Yeah, I'm like looking at the gameplay and I'm like, I wouldn't actually play this, which is unfortunate.
It's just like very, like, I mean, you know, that's workable, but like that's not very interesting. It kind of wastes like the aesthetics and, you know, exciting combat that's kind of intrinsic to this aesthetic and setting. And it's just wasting it for you mash square until someone lights up and then you hit triangle. I was kind of like, when I first saw it, like, I thought it was just going to be all quick draw combat, and that would have been rad.
Oh, that would be cool.
But it wasn't. It was just, you know, Batman Arkham Asylum.
So I have to establish, because like the dude was riding a horse. I've been playing Breath of the Wild, and the last stream especially had a very rough horse moment. I think I hate horses in video games. Take them all out.
I mean, I agree, but here's the thing: Nintendo are the only ones who do it, right?
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, but like welcome. Nintendo were the only ones who've done it right. Like everyone else, every other game I played.
What about The Witcher? Roach.
No.
No, they can't. You love that game.
Roach in canon, because of the horse riding issues, like Geralt refers to like the horse as a piece of shit all the time because it just doesn't listen to him.
Oh, that's
it's so bad they've written it into the fucking game.
Ugh.
Like horses in like all sandbox games, all RPGs and shit, every single time it's just been complete balls. And then like Zelda's the only series that's done like anything approaching right.
You just need a good saddle DLC and you're good.
Yeah,
it's maybe interesting.
I mean, like, it's on a maybe for me. Like, if the price drop is still goes out, I might like check it out for the raw aesthetic. But like the gameplay looks very template, uninteresting stuff.
I guess it's something to look out for, like what people say about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, most people are gonna be like, "Oh, 10 out of 10, I love it," because they gargle the balls.
No, I mean the actual
like,
people,
standard functionality.
The people you trust.
Yeah. What was next?
Let's see. We're all the way down here. Church Banjo Man. Moving intermission Flute Man. Resident Evil 2 remake starring a rat for the first portion of it. So everyone was like, what?
Yeah, that was a bait and switch and a half, but you know, looks really good.
I mean, everyone loves. I was about to say The Last of Us. Everyone loves Resident Evil. I'm assuming Resident Evil 2 was a good game in the series.
Resident Evil 2 is the most popular because it like massively iterated on Resident Evil 1. Like it basically completely improved the gameplay all around. Yeah, Resident Evil 2, the remake for that has finally been shown off. It has like a over-the-shoulder Resident Evil 4 style.
Help me, Leon!
I mean, Leon is the protagonist for Resident Evil 2. One of them, anyway.
Which one is the one with the girl who yells, "Help me, Leon"?
That's Resident Evil 4, which also stars Leon.
Okay, just making sure. That has a minecart segment. Those are the only two things I remember about it.
But yeah, like, it has the Resident Evil 4 style look to it, but the press release also mentions classic camera view, so you can probably set it to like a classic fixed camera mode, which if they pull that off, sick. And it's also built in the Resident Evil 7 engine, which is Capcom's new go-to engine, and you know, fair play, it works, it looks gorgeous, and you know, it does everything 1080p 60 FPS for a little work. So there's some curious changes, like Leon meets Marvin, the cop in like the Umbrella Police Department, and he's like still alive, and like, hey, you must be kill the monsters before they kill you, even though like in original Resident Evil 2, like Marvin is dead and turns into a zombie when Leon meets him.
Spoilers!
Like, it's just, there's a weird change, but you know, the environments, like they show like the street with like the burning cars, that's like the start of Resident Evil 2, that looked like pixel perfect, like exact, like even down to the layout of the cars. Like, they're being like the extremely faithful, as extremely faithful as they were with like the first Resident Evil remake. So yeah, it looks very good. Like, we're seeing what seems to be a return to Capcom actually making good games again. So yeah, that's great.
This is where it started turning up for Sony.
Mm-hmm.
After that, oh no! Oh, right after I say that too, god damn it. The Justin Roiland game. Remember the dude in the tub?
I
hate that humor so much.
I don't know who he is. I've
Rick and Morty creator.
Yeah, I've been told it, and I haven't seen like literally nothing Rick and Morty. Like, people keep going like, "Here's Rick voice," and like, I've never heard it. I have no idea what it sounds like. I completely ignored this entire thing. If this is any indication,
no. Okay, there are a few episodes called the commercial episodes where it's just like that kind of humor, and everyone like says they're good. I'm like the one person who's like, they're terrible because they're that. So
sense of humor made me viscerally angry. I said aloud, I hate this humor. Go fuck yourself. When watching this in a room with other people, like everyone was dead silent. No one chuckled or laughed. It was completely silent, and I was just sitting there, fucking angry. I hate this sense of humor.
There he is on the screen. Oh, what's he? Oh, he's jumping. What's he gonna do next?
I'm just saying what's happening in the stupid voice. Oh, look, you're not seeing the thing anymore. I'm funny. It's like, no, I actually want to stick my dick in your eyeball.
And then the TV falls in the bathtub, which we all saw that punchline coming. And then another dude comes on the screen and is like, oh no, I better call 711 because that's the emergency number in this universe.
Says aloud because that's the emergency number in this universe, and it's just like, how do you have a job? How do you have a job?
Like, and didn't like Accounting Simulator kind of start going into that? I think he also did that, right? Is that one VR game where I think he also wrote it. It was going in that direction. It wasn't this bad.
That is.
Isn't that like angry looking dude in the tree? There's probably no way to properly describe it.
For Novell, like the freeing devices, whatever this game is, some dickhead is in a bathtub playing it first, and then it keeps cutting back to him as he just says, "No, you're not looking at the game," in like a funny voice. Like, oh, big massive open air quotes, funny.
The thing is, I didn't even pay attention to the game because I was already on Twitter typing about how much I hate the commercial episodes.
We saw like all of like 6 seconds of it. It looks like some really generic ass like beat 'em up platformer thing.
So okay.
It was atrocious, and I hate it.
So ignore that. Ignore that thing where I said Sony was bringing it back, because then they kind of ruined it there. But then after that, they had Death Stranding. So they definitely brought it back very quickly. Another Death Stranding trailer. I'm kind of not happy with the fact that they like opened with the baby again. Of course, it had its ass this time, so that was pretty good. But it's like,
that's how you know it's a Kojima game.
The mystery of like, oh, what the fuck is this, was kind of gone, like we had last year. But a big deal, right? Like,
yeah.
So really, we saw gameplay, and we know that Death Stranding man can walk, he can wade through water, and he can kind of climb on mountains, and that's all we know. But it's gameplay. It's a big world.
He is like a postman basically, and it's like trust Kojima to make this insane horror mystery game, but basically just about a futuristic postman.
Is he delivering the baby? Is he a stork?
No. The baby is one of his tools. He's delivering a bunch of like shit between.
What do you mean one of his tools?
Settlements.
I thought it was him.
Well, this is the running theory, because like we can surmise from this trailer, because some of the things we're told. We're told like the monsters in the region like rapidly accelerate time on the things they touch, like unguarded things that they touch.
You're teleported into the future if they eat you, I think she said.
Like what she says, if they get you, like you just your entire body is decayed down to nothing, and then you're just trapped like them in the big hell void on the end of the black umbilical cord. And we theorize, because they mentioned that if the monsters get you, you'll just go up in a crater. Sure, and like the guy says, sure you'll survive, but like you'll be in a crater and like everything's gone. And the theory goes like that when the monster grabs him and starts aging him, he activates something that detonates and wipes out the monster and like himself. But the residual aging effects like will age that fetus up into himself again as a clone.
Yep.
And then he needs to go back to his base or whatever and like get a C-section and get his new clone funky fetus out.
So that's
kind of repeat the cycle.
I think that's how they're gonna explain like a life system when you lose, which is very interesting.
It's intensely interesting and like very fucking like I don't think he's fucking done it. Like the whole gameplay thing was just like a depressed postman getting annoyed at his Roombas for falling off a cliff.
Yeah, I mean, like the gameplay wasn't really exciting because, like I said, it was just him kind of walking around and wading in water. But then there was like stuff like the new lady, and like of course the monster showed up, the weird hand invisible thing. So it's like it's interesting, and like he's walking by all this weird shit. So it's like more interesting than the Lara Croft shit because there's a mystery involved at what you're looking at. You aren't just looking at a person.
distinctly has like, the same sort of crouch walk that Big Boss has in Metal Gear. So like stealth gameplay, Kojima's like foray is going to be here.
Yeah, that statement kind of worries me.
I mean, you know, like for all its problems, Metal Gear Solid 5 was still a good stealth game.
Oh no, but when I say that, I mean me specifically.
Nah, well, I mean, like it looks like it's got the stealth elements. Hey, is that weird clapping light where you plugged in?
Yeah, I thought he was trying to hide from the monsters, but that definitely looks like it attracts them. But I don't know.
Yeah, like
no one still knows what that is. It definitely looks interesting.
Fucking intrigued, and I'm there. Like, I'm already there. Fuck it. I need to see this right through.
I'm like almost certain it's gonna come out 20 E3s from now. But I mean, it'll keep E3 interesting, right? It'll be the one thing to be excited for at Sony's conference if they do this again. Which they better not. I hope they learned that shit is bad. What else?
Up,
oh right, Neo 2.
There was no gameplay. It was just what looks to be a conceptual trailer of like an Oni or demon or something like stabbing like magic rods into a guy's head that then form into Oni horns and forcibly change him, which is new. Like that shit didn't happen in the first game, but there was like some line about like defy death again before death defies you, and it's kind of like, is there something about being changed into a demon this time? No idea, because no gameplay or anything, but Neo's standard gameplay was like actually extremely fucking good. Just, you know, it was people who make like really sick, tight action games making a Souls type game with like a very complex combat system with like 3 different stances, 5 types of weapons, all with like different like abilities for like countering, parrying, blocking, dodging. You can like switch weapons, you can like change stances to change the attacks, flow between attacks, all that shit. It was really complex, really good, really fun. And like the stamina system was a beast unto itself, involving like you could like regenerate part of your stamina if you did like a well-timed button press in between attacks to keep your combos going for like super long. And you know, just more of that is welcome by itself. So yeah, that's Neo 2.
All I know about Neo is it's apparently Japanese Dark Souls, but better than Dark Souls.
By far.
So it has achieved a feat.
It's also actually, I would argue, because of how good its combat system is, if you can learn the combat system, it's actually like far easier than Dark Souls. So I kept track of my own boss stats while playing Neo, and like outside of like 3 bosses, I beat most of them on my first try.
Sounds boring.
I mean, you have to like learn that fucking combat system, otherwise they will just kill your fucking head in. But it was very interesting. So yeah, Neo 2, I'm glad to see it. I'm looking for, it's like next year, I'm looking forward to it. Like we've got like this influx of like samurai feudal Japan games, like Neo 2, Sekiro, and now Ghost of Tsushima. And I kind of feel bad for Sucker Punch. They were probably thinking, look at us of our samurai game. Like we're the only ones on the block, and now suddenly like From Software and Team Ninja are both on their ass with like far better looking games with interesting combat systems. Like just better takes on the setting. So yeah, that's Neo 2. I fucking look forward to it. It's gonna be sick.
Oh shit, there's a Tails. God damn it. Okay. After that, oh yeah, Spider-Man. That was the last thing they showed, and they brought back. I'm assuming they're bringing back a bunch of old villains that I know nothing about, but Spider-Man heads would be almost hype, I'd imagine.
Yeah, like it's basically his entire rogues gallery is here. Well, most of them anyway. All like in their super suits with their special powers, and it's like, oh yeah, like the entire gang's here.
My thing is, I was watching Mike, like, what do you call it, like restream, I guess. Restream it, and he's like, "Oh, there's Electro," and he said that completely jokingly, and then he said, Electro. Yeah, he said his name Electro, and Mike was like, "What the fuck? I made that up in like 2 seconds."
Spider-Man's meant to be goofy.
Yeah, it's like, you know, at that point though, it's like an old, like an ancient comic book. Like, these are the kinds of names you'd expect from those. But yeah, there's like Electric Man, there's Big Strong Man. I believe his name is Rhino because he has a rhino horn. He may be a rhino, in fact.
Yep, there's Scorpion.
Who has a scorpion tail, so you know who he is. Vulture, he has wings. He also was very bad.
Yeah, he got
web slinged in the face twice, so maybe he'll maybe it'll be like a Junior Troopa battle where he upgrades and then he buys a face mask. That would be really good. And then
where like he was trying to do his dramatic entrance, like Spider-Man just sits in the fifth game and says, I don't have the time for this.
He does it again though. That's what gets me.
Yeah. And
then was there someone else before Black and White Man?
I don't think so, no.
Black and White Man in the helicopter. They literally kick the shit out of Spider-Man. That was so funny. Just like
Tyler Ryan beat the shit out of him.
Just like thugs, he's on the ground and they're actually kicking him. They aren't like using their superpowers. I'm like, what the fuck? So
he's getting that bad blood out.
And yeah, the whole plot of the trailer is Electro uses his electric powers to release all the inmates in a prison. So, you know, those are bad guys. Spider-Man kicks an inmate into his prison cell at one point, and I'm like, that would be cool if that was the objective. Like, you had to kick them all back in their cells, but that's not the case. You just kill them.
Spider-Man and Ghost of Tsushima at the same show is kind of embarrassing because they're both using the standard Batman Arkham Asylum combat system that like, all Western devs who don't want to try are using. So we have this really kind of sad thing where both of these games look like they're going to play exactly the same outside of like, their individual gimmicks and like, web slinging. But combat-wise, it's the exact same shit. At least this time, Spider-Man's like animations and combat animations are considerably flashier than they were the first time around.
I get the first trailer. Okay, yeah.
First footage, like it was just very generic, punching people, like leaping and just knocking them over, kind of. It didn't look that exciting. They're now like a lot more dynamic and flashy and like, oh yeah, I'm just fucking slinging this man around. And there's like that one where like, he kicked someone into the air and then like wed them mid-air and shit like that. It looked very nice. It's just, it probably won't play that interestingly. It's very standard
not entirely
thing.
Sure. Like, I said on Twitter while I was watching it, like it'd be nice to have like just a trailer devoted to the web slinging around the city or something.
Yeah.
Like, you guys know me. I love I love platformers. I feel like if there were platforming based like challenges throughout the game or whatever.
I mean, there will be a side content. That's just a given. Like every Spider-Man game that has like the web slinging, open sandbox stuff has had like races and platforming challenges as side content.
Okay, that's good news because that's the shit I'm interested in. If I do get it.
Yeah, like that's just like a given for like there'll be like plenty of that as like side content stuff. I don't know about like main story stuff. Like that's probably always gonna be like follow the path, beat the man.
Yeah. Like I was worried that web slinging would just be get from point A to point B, and then point A and point B are watch cutscenes and beat up people, and that's the game. But if there's like actual stuff to do in between that, then I'm interested.
It is a sandbox game, so like rest assured there'll be shit to do in between.
That's good. And that was it for Sony's show, except that didn't come without people complaining. Not about how terrible it was at the beginning, obviously. I'm so mad that they pulled it back. But in between every game and stuff, there were little intermissions of characters presumably made in that game called Dreams or whatever.
Yeah.
And they didn't show it at all, so they teased it, and everyone seemed really hyped for that game. I don't even remember it, honestly.
It was like what they showed was so inconsequential and vague and meaningless that it doesn't really have any. You don't even know what the hell it is.
I guess people were excited to find out what it was then. And
yeah.
Nope, Sony does not deliver on that front, despite teasing it.
Well, not in their conference.
They pulled a Nintendo.
In the intermission afterwards, where it's the streamer man, he revealed that the beta is coming, but they wouldn't say that on stage because reasons.
Yeah, there's no reason for that.
It's not real art like The Last of Us 2, so it doesn't deserve a place here.
Yeah, I guess. Like, just the fact that The Last of Us 2 was so important to Sony that it got its own venue and then they moved out of it was insane.
I'm like fully disgusted with like The Last of Us as a franchise and all games to take after it. Like this has actually made me retroactively hate God of War more.
Like, yeah, it was not a good. I feel like it wasn't a good advertising move for that
No,
game.
like it is made me and like quite a few other people resent The Last of Us and Naughty Dog and like Sony's like your high art fancy shit thing. Like I fully believe they're back to like their arrogant, stupid ways now. So that's not great.
Oh wait, watch how he somehow does it. Was I about to? Yeah, I was about to lose again. I guess if there's one thing I'm pretty good at in Puyo, it's digging, and that's it. But yeah, so,
like Sony show, I would say like completely fucked it. Like I've lost like a lot of like, I guess like regard for them. Like it's just gone to the toilet.
It was the worst show of this E3 by far, and probably the past like. When was Wii Music?
No, like I wouldn't say it's that bad. Cause, like, there's been some disastrously bad Ubisoft and EA shows these past few years.
Oh yeah, Ubisoft didn't put out Rayman. That's the only shit I care about from them. And they like no new Rayman Legends-esque game. Or
no shit. Like they said Rayman Legends had to die so they wouldn't have to make anymore. Then like, oh, this didn't sell 5 million. It's dead. We're not making it anymore.
But that doesn't make any sense. They're great games. Everyone loves them.
It literally doesn't fucking matter. Ubisoft's like executives are heartless cold bastards who want nothing but cold hard cash. It doesn't make the raw money that Assassin's Creed does, so it may as well not exist.
The Ubi art thing, they're gonna just throw that away?
Yep. There's a reason why like Michel Ancel like went away to like start making his own indie game company on the side because they wouldn't let him make anything he wanted to. They're like, fuck off, you don't make like the 10 million Assassin's Creed does. Like, you are literally worthless to us.
Also, Girlwood wasn't at the conference.
She's still doing like TV show shit. That's why she wasn't there last year. And I assume this year as well.
She wasn't going to her kid's graduation?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's Sony. Like, once again, us talking highly at the end is exactly what they wanted, I imagine, because they want you to forget how terrible the first part was, but I'm not forgetting.
No, they want you to love that first part. They want you to
oh, well, yeah, of course, but...
it will be game of the year next year, and it won't. If anyone has any sort of sanity, sense, your taste is fucking wrong.
Please tell me they never do that again.
I fucking hope they don't. I fucking hope they have the self-awareness to realize, maybe we shouldn't just completely fuck everyone up like for half an hour.
And imagine being there, like, having to move as well. Like, that's probably annoying as shit.
Yeah. I mean, better or worse than that time, Microsoft shoved a bunch of ponchos on the audience, like audience members, to make them take part in a Kinect dance. Like, that happened and I'm still stunned.
Okay, maybe it's not as bad as some of that. I completely forgot the Kinect existed. Oh, jeez. Well, there goes my innocence.
You can get a good seat the first time, but crap seat up to the move. Yeah, exactly.
And then, like, you could see the audience, like, during the Panfu guy and during the, what's it called? The Japanese game?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, the audience, like, a lot of the audience members were, like, moving around. Like, they didn't look very comfortable, yeah. I think they thought they were going to be moved again, too.
Yeah, it was seeming that way. Until, like, they just continued after Ghost of Tsushima in this one hole.
Like, if they were doing a room for every game, then, like, it wouldn't just be a screen with, like, rice on it. It would just be, like, they actually planted rice in the audience.
I mean, to be honest, they didn't even they swore like they were like, oh, we're gonna mainly focus on our 4 major games, like Ghost, Death Stranding, The Last of Us 2, and I think the 4th one's gonna be Days Gone. Days Gone only got, like, a shit trailer in the intermission, and that was it.
I thought it was gonna be Spider-Man. Like, everyone was expecting that.
I mean, like, yeah, but I think the thing they said Days Gone in their E3 description thing they sent out to describe it, and they were like announcing their show's format. They said Days Gone, but it seems they changed their mind to Spider-Man at some point. So that, you know, like, Days Gone is gonna be dead on arrival. You must pass a challenge to move to the next one.
I was genuinely afraid of 3 more intermissions. Because they said it was gonna be about an hour, so I was like, there's no way. There's no way they can fit 3 more intermissions here unless the game trailers are 2 minutes long and then they start an intermission again.
But yeah, like Sony show was probably the worst this year.
No, probably. Not probably.
I'm still debating against EA.
EA didn't offend me, and I wasn't even there.
EA offended me, but
it was the standard bad E3 shit. Like we all knew it was gonna be that anyways.
This is a special new thing, I guess. That's a fair point. I would say then, yeah, Sony's probably the worst.
Like, yeah, did anyone expect that Sony was gonna do this? No, because it's so unreasonable.
I don't believe we've seen a year where Microsoft had a far better show than Sony.
I mean, I think we haven't seen an E3 where Microsoft had a good show, full stop, you know?
Yeah, I mean, fair, touche.
And then they fucking did it this year? It's so weird. I can't get over that.
The very same year, Sony completely fucks it.
Yeah, they definitely, like, bad year to have a bad conference.
Yeah.
Microsoft isn't dead yet, baby. Alright, let's get to the meat and potatoes, the wheelhouse that I can actually contribute in, except, unfortunately they announced no game, so I have nothing to talk about. God fucking damn it.
They did the 9-cent thing with a plumber in it, so you can't talk about it.
Okay, come on now. I know I forgot about, like, Fire Emblem and Xenoblade, but, like, to be fair, Xenoblade is, like, an expansion, right? It's just DLC. It's not anything big. Fire Emblem is big. It's a big... Yeah,
it's not just a DLC level.
Oh, yeah, isn't it getting its own physical release, too? That's so weird. But
is it?
I think I saw something like that before going live. Yeah.
Now let me just start Xeno too. I don't want to start until I've beaten like the Danganronpa, so I can just dedicate time to Xeno 2.
Yeah, I want to play Xenoblade 2 as well. Like, I might just buy it, even though I have games already bought and on the to-do list.
I have it sitting here still, like big fancy LED. So,
yeah.
Hammer it up. First was...
Yeah, you have to do this, because I only have Smash.
Ex Machina.
Oh yeah, that weird mech game that they opened with.
Marvelous published. I didn't see the developer's name. They're a new lot who were formed of ex-Armored Core developers. So they know their shit. It's a big mech fighter for like Switch exclusive mech fighter. Like lots of flying around, like swords. Just fucking cutting things to bits, like destroying giant mechs. Looks like multiplayer action and all that. Like it looked rad as hell. Like that. Like I am there day one. Like that looked fun as fuck. Like the mechs were all like fantastic designs. The art design was great. It looked gorgeous. The music in the trailer was rad. Like it was just like a fantastic opening all around. I was like, oh man, like wasn't expecting this at all.
It didn't look bad.
Yeah, exactly. It looked extremely good, and I can't wait for it. It's like out next year, like everything else. That was followed then by the trailer for the Xenoblade 2 expansion. It's like called the Golden Continent or something. Like.
I mean, I don't think either of us know anything about that, so...
Nah.
But, hey, more Xenoblade 2 content for when we finally get to it is good news, so...
Yeah. And, you know, like more Xenoblade 2, which is, you know, welcome, because it's Xenoblade 1 gameplay, which was great. And then I think that was when Reggie came on.
Games are fun. He was in the same exact area as before, so people were like, is that his house? Is he just recording it from his house?
Maybe.
I don't even know what Reggie did. He picked up Joy-Cons and then something was on the screen, that's all.
Novella can tell us that the expansion is actually pretty cool, so that's good.
That's good. Rex.
Then Reggie had his little speech. Reggie had a little speech about, I don't know, what is the nature of a man faced with demons or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention then either.
Then, well, I forget what was, I think Fireman was next, right?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, actually you literally just tuned out the
No, that's not true! I was watching it. It's just, you know, Smash took up the last 30 minutes, and then the only other thing I said I'm gonna buy is Mario
No, that's
Party.
right. Mario Party, Super Mario Party was next, then whatever.
What do you mean, whatever?
Step it up.
Is Mario Party without the car? Are you kidding me? You can play as Bowser, you can play as Gonkba. That's
Yeah, but
sick.
still no online, so I don't get
Oh,
it.
hey. Well, even though my brain automatically was like, there's no online, without me even thinking about it, they didn't say it. But I mean,
they don't need to. There's not going to be any online.
of course, now while we, but you have friends that you can hang out with. Actually, I have Luke.
I do.
I have Luke, so we're
I don't know
good.
how many of them want to play Mario Party.
It's Mario Party. What the fuck? What the fuck are your friends doing? It's Mario. It's not Car Mario Party. I have to
Probably
establish.
get it. Yeah, I can probably get them, like, talk them into it. Like, sure, so they all love slagging each other, so they
I don't think
gatherings. I could probably find use for that. Yeah.
it looks like it's not developed by ND Cube. I hate those fuckers so much. They're the only developer I know, except for From Software and Platinum Games, I guess, because of you. But I only know those guys because I hate them. I hate them. So, I mean, they can't be working on it because it's not a car. That means whoever's developing it is listening to the fans. So that is definitely not them.
I also like how they just circumvent the numbering entirely by calling it Super Mario Party.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, Mario Party 11, it's just like, whatever.
Yeah,
see-
that's it's taking it out.
Do you see the box art for it? I love how alive it looks, you know?
I haven't seen it. No.
Nintendo's killing it with the box art, too. But I'm
Absolutely.
excited for that. It's not like that 3DS game where it had that weird gimmick where everyone moved at once, and also it was on the 3DS, so no one was going to play it anyways. It's
I
not,
might
no
get it for,
car.
like, gatherings, because maybe I could talk people into playing it.
I think it's gonna be just like, you know, it's gonna be Mario Party, old Mario Party-ish.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if it's actually good. The fact that you can play as Bowser is very interesting because he was always the villain character. And now, who's gonna be the villain character? I guess it definitely makes sense to have Bowser playable, but it's kind of a weird thing to see at the same time.
Watch it be Toads.
No, Toad's gonna be playable for sure.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, generic Toads is just taking up yellow roles.
Remember Mario Party 9 and 10 where they were like checkpoint toads?
Yeah, I do. And then after that was Fire Emblem Switch, which is now known as Fire Emblem Three Houses.
I was like, what's that? Oh, it's 9! Oh, I just now realized. I was gonna make a joke like 9 doors, 9... What was that game called?
Like 9 doors, 9 persons, 9 lives. I think.
Yeah, I was gonna, you know, 3 doors, 3 persons, 3 lives. Fire Emblem.
And I have to say, Three Houses looks so good.
It looked
like-
weird.
They look nuts. I mean, this is what like console Fire Emblems look like. Well, except for like the army thing. It's just
Yeah, the army
like,
thing was
the-
just weird to me.
The grid system and how it like looked really nice. Like it looked like just up-res. Like all the character models look fucking gorgeous. Like I'm pretty sure Fire Emblem Warriors was like half practice for this.
Soften these.
Like, because like there were a lot of resemblances to that, but in the CG style, the series been using that general art style, the series been using Sense Awakening, which is done by the artist who did the art for No More Heroes, and the art style for No More Heroes. It's like actually extremely close to that, which is like great because it's one of the best art styles in games. So you know, like it just looks like Fire Emblem, like proper Fire Emblem, but then now we have like a hub you can run around in like full 3D and talk to people and all, and you have like little animations and everything. It looks like actually like a extremely high budgeted Fire Emblem. Like the battles now, every time your units go into battle, they're joined by like a bunch of faceless mooks to make it actually look like armies fighting, because it's a lot harder when you have like a lot of, you know. If it was just 2 people in a field at like this like fancy high resolution big wide open field, it would begin to look a bit silly. Whereas the handheld ones could get away with it.
Step it up.
I mean, I always thought that was the implication, where each character, like when I play Fire Emblem Heroes, each character is leading an army. It's just like this is the army's avatar.
Yeah, basically. Like, It's essentially that, yeah. Where the knives are just like actually depicting it visually.
I mean, because when you think about it, characters are as big as forests and mountains, so.
I mean, like for some units, you know, stuff like the dragon units wouldn't make sense, but
Oh, they're all dragons. Human.
yeah, like the dragon's not that so.
Yeah, I think this is where Pikmin 4 went, because the army's charging, which is very weird. Reminded me of exactly like in Pikmin 3, that charging mechanic. Oh, what did I do? Oh, fuck. Okay, we're good.
He actually played this one game for an hour and hasn't restarted? Yeah, I guess he has.
Yeah. I'm not actually doing anything impressive, I'm just digging, but
Yeah, like Fire Emblem Three Houses looks extremely gorgeous. It looks like it plays like fantastic. Fire Emblem, like I'm really excited for it. Like I'm really looking forward to it.
we'll have to see if the writing is good.
I mean, like I feel like it'll be fine. Like I don't have a lot to worry about in that sense. Cause like I know some people are like, well, you know, Heroes writing, yeah, but Heroes is also like a mobile game where they have like 5 text boxes of space because they're limited by the format. So, like, what can they do really? Whereas, you know, here it's like big proper Fire Emblem, they have to like actually nail the game because like criticisms and like issues with like fates still hang overhead, so they need to prove themselves. And they know, like they definitely know that.
As long as they know. The only
Like,
thing
the Japanese fans certainly wouldn't let them forget it.
The only thing we have to go off of is the fact that there, of the 3 main characters, 2 of them are male instead of female. Very
yeah, I'm
interesting.
seeing the 3 main characters. Though.
There's like art of them. I think I linked it to you even.
No, you did, but the thing is that was just 3 characters. We know that the girl, like, I forget her name, like Echo.
It was a pretty dumb name.
I wouldn't say dumb. It was a German name. So don't be racist.
Jeez, it reminded me of a word though. What word was it? I don't even remember.
Like it's a German name. Like 2 of the names were German names. So, you know, again, don't be racist. But I don't think those are necessarily main characters. The girl seems to be from her prominence in like the CG scenes in the trailer.
I think
they were one of those guys.
This is the main characters though.
One of those guys is like one of them. Because he was also like prominent in the CG, and then I think one of the other ones isn't. He's just a guy. We'll see. Like when they actually tell us more about it, though. But it does look extremely good, and you know, even Fates, like yeah, sure, like the writing is bad, but like the Fates Conquest was actually apparently like, extremely good gameplay wise. Like added a bunch of new elements and shit that were actually like made it quite difficult and like quite tactical. So you know, they still got the gameplay chops, so like, there we go.
We'll just have to see.
Step it up.
And after that, I believe, was then the main course.
For 30 minutes.
Well, there was a sizzle reel first, which had Dragon Ball Fighters in it. Just in a sizzle reel, like that wasn't one of your big announcements. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, because it's a game that's already out.
A game that people were
you know?
screaming for since before it came out for this system. Like, you think they'd flaunt that?
Gavin, I think that Nintendo thinks that that's every game. So they're dull to it by
Octopath again. They showed off Octopath, and then there's a prologue demo coming out in like 2 days. So
oh yeah, another demo.
Data carried over to the main game. So that's great.
I think I'm only really curious, like, if Mike streams that. Because he streamed the first one, at least. But I'd tune in for that. Why am I building up like this again? Wait, we forgot! Oh no, not Mario Party didn't come then, you idiot! You fucking moron! How could you forget the main course of the E3? Fortnite! On the Switch! You fool!
Anyway, on the Smash Brothers.
No, hold on. Actually, I have any. Oh, it's
like saying this gag to drag this out on the.
It's a point of contention, though. people think that it's shitty, but like you can always do Nintendo good, right?
Oh no, like there is actually a thing discussed. I just remembered. If you played Fortnite on PS4, you can't play it on Switch. Sony have locked your account out.
Oh,
whenever you,
Sony.
yeah, whenever you like make an Epic account to play Fortnite,
okay,
it's bound to your PSN account, and Sony have locked out your Epic account to use it in any other version of the game. If you have played Fortnite on PS4, you literally can't play it on anything else. You play it on Xbox, you can play it on Switch. You play it on mobile, you can play it on Switch. You play it on PC, you can play it on Switch. All these work fine together. You played it on PS4, you're fucked. You're locked out. It produces like 2 very specific error messages that say Sony have locked the thing out and you're not allowed to play it.
Classic Sony.
So like, there you go. Sony basically fucked this for everyone else because they think everyone else are pedophiles and unwashed too. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, really, about like, there's people shitting about this on Twitter. I retweeted 2 things about it even. Like, people are like fucking pissed about this because it's just Sony being complete cunts and just like.
I mean, they did this with Rocket League.
I mean, the thing is, Rocket League didn't have like, Rocket League, you could still like, you know, you just use your like your Nintendo account, your Xbox account, or whatever to play it. Like Fortnite, like you're counting up all your items, all the things you may have bought or whatever, all your time and levels and all that. You literally can't use that in any other version of the game if you play it on the PS4 at all.
Also, it's not just we hate Nintendo; it's we hate everyone else.
Yes, it's everyone else. Like, it's not just Nintendo specifically. You can't, if you play it on PS4, you can't play on Xbox, PC, or mobile. As well as Switch.
I feel like if I was the Fortnite devs, I would take my business elsewhere, but maybe not.
I mean, it's kind of the problem where, like, you know, you want it on console, and the thing is, the PS4 is like 4-1 the Xbox One right now.
Oh, well, yeah, that's obvious.
In terms of like hardware distribution, so it's kind of like
money.
This is when, you know, like Sony's back to being at the arrogant, smug dicks because like they're on top. Like no one has the sheer numbers to provide like raw competition just yet. And you know, Microsoft is kind of circling the drain still. They've made an effort this year, but like they've been circling the drain too long, and they can't reverse it. So they just need to hope that the next Xbox puts up a sheer fight.
Oh, that's good.
If there is a next Xbox. But yeah, like basically, just don't play Fortnite on PS4 because then you can't play it on anything else without making a whole new account and starting from zero. So yeah, like that's fun. Right. The main event time, man.
Alright, on the count, well, on 3, let's both say our first impression, or what, how do I want to say this? Like, the most prominent thought after seeing all of Smash Bros.
Okay.
I don't think you understand, never mind. Because the idea was it was gonna be like 1, 2, 3, and then I would say it's ugly, and you would yell Ridley.
I was gonna yell, engage Ridley, motherfucker.
Okay, so I should have just done it.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's not like, I don't know. Do we want to?
I also disagree. You're saying like it looks ugly. I don't think it does. I think it looks quite nice.
I think for some characters it looks good, but like, did you see Mario and Link? Like, just some characters just look very bad. Like the cell shading is shitty. Ugh.
I don't know if we're looking at the same game because like they look fine to me.
Just like, this is gonna have to be the next Smash game. Like, this is the Smash game I'm gonna have to look at. I'm like not very pleased by that, but maybe I'll get over it. It's gonna be the biggest hurdle, I think.
Yeah, like Ridley and Smash, it happened.
They did it.
They did it.
It's funny. I mean, because I was just like, I don't know shit about Metroid. Just people want Ridley, and then Gavin loves Metroid, so I'm like happy for him. Basically, that's me. And I mean, it's funny because he still kind of looks too big. They could have just shrunk him down, but they have him like hunched over most of the time. It's very weird.
Yeah. And if you just like you idle for a bit, he makes these hideous bone crunching noises as he stands back up.
Yeah, he stands up because he's hunching over. Like his bones are hurting. I mean, if like you couldn't get in Smash Bros because you were too big, would you make that sacrifice? I would. I think Ridley understands that he would. He looks real like
talk about his fucking amazing reveal trailer.
Oh yeah,
that's murders Mega Man and Mario.
Yeah, it's like you see Samus walking in. The atmosphere is pretty Metroid-like, so I'm like, this is Ridley. But I was like hesitant to tweet it in case it wasn't, in case they were japing us, because they've done that before.
Like, when I saw Samus up front, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like this has to be it. And then it's as you expect, like the back characters start getting picked away, and then Samus obviously steals the show from there. But
yeah, she just kind of like sighs and like, oh, fuck's sake.
It's just the fact, like, everyone's saying this, but I still agree. The fact that Nintendo let Mario actually be skewered through the heart, and like his fingers are like oh my god, bent in this way that shows that he's in like excruciating pain.
Like Mega Man could actually impale. The tail goes out his back, like quite a bit.
Yeah,
he got impaled through the chest.
And then, like,
he's sick.
Mario's hat fell to the fucking ground, and then Ridley did the Mario Odyssey motion.
Yeah, the finger, he put the cap on his finger and twirled it the same way, and it's like, you sassy cunt.
So it's nice that Metroid's getting another rep, and it's classic Ridley, you know? It's the purple Ridley everyone knows. And
he has his Super Metroid, like, red skin as an alt, and he has his mech skin from Metroid Prime as an alt.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Oh, wait, people were like, he has what's it?
Yeah, it's Meta Ridley.
Meta Ridley, but not Mecha Ridley. It's like the same
Mecha Ridley is pure robot, Meta Ridley is like Cyborg Ridley.
I know nothing about Ridley. I was watching that Game Explain video that was released like 2 days ago for the case of putting Ridley in Smash.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that was a thing. And they were like, well, like, is Mecha Ridley more powerful? I don't know. Like, could be
Meta Ridley technically, because he's a bunch of like extra weapons just built into him.
And they were like, that could be his final Smash, and then he shows up as the purple Ridley, and he would use his tail move, and he does, which is cool. And he shoots the fireballs, which he does.
Entirely Super Metroid. He has the fireballs. He has the grab. He has like the tail whip, the tail stab. Like, it's all the Super Metroid moves, and it's sick.
It's
like,
cool.
It looks amazing.
And it's another villain in Smash. Thank God.
And basically, yeah, I'm just gonna like play as him like immediately.
And he doesn't seem like a zoning character, so I can't get annoyed. Hurrah!
Speaking of zoning characters, like the other main bit of news that made me happy out of all that, besides like the level of science which we can get to, Zombies, as one of her tweaks, can now like charge midair and also charge cancel.
Right.
Which is just like, boy, we're gonna fucking get lasers up in here.
It's like there's so many small quality of life changes in that, like, that they revealed, because they like come through almost every character. No horse. Just I don't have to go on that one, but yeah.
Oh well.
Showing. No, shut up! Shut up! Yoshi is so fun. But like, you know, describing like little changes. Olimar's helmet breaks for 1 second. That's worthy of a highlight. But not Yoshi's change possibly. Okay, anyways. Like, so many little things like that. We can't go over all of them. But one that definitely stuck out to me was when someone's blasted off the screen in past games, you would only see the circle of where they roughly are relative to on-screen. But now a mini-map shows up, which is like insanely good because you can actually tell both where you and your opponent are. If like you're knocking someone off or if you're knocked off. It's just really good. Probably, it might even help create more mind games or some shit.
Yeah.
What else do I have? Oh yeah, and then all the stages have Battlefield versions now, so it's not just Final Destination. Thank God.
Yeah.
I don't actually like Battlefield because I play as Yoshi and he's aerial combat and the platforms get in the way. But it's such a cool, it's a cool change.
Step it up.
People were asking for it, I'm pretty sure. So that's
it's
good.
Slightly more interesting than Final Destination, though.
Yeah. What else? I just read off of the good.
Sure, go for it.
I have the good, the bad, and the hopes. But another good thing is they revealed the Squid Kids moves, and they're like I thought. Like all the moves are different weapons, so each weapon's getting properly represented. I really like that. I don't know how useful the inking mechanic will be. Sonic fucking destroyed that Inkling in the Invitational, so it's not very good luck. Not very good luck for the Inkling.
No one has played the Inkling before now, and everyone knows what Sonic does.
Yeah, it's just like they didn't use the inking mechanic, so we can't really know for sure. But it's definitely interesting. Like the fact that the shots don't just ink the person, but it's also a rapid jab is really good.
Yeah.
Definitely a fan of that. The ink
also,
brush
there's
looks
like lingering poison damage if you hit them. But if your ink's on them, they take like damage over time.
I thought it was they take extra damage.
No, it's damage over time.
They say when did they say that? Because they said extra damage in the
that's
trailer.
what they meant by extra damage. They showed it, but then they showed like someone's health tick down.
Oh, interesting. And then you refill your ink by shielding and going to the ink, which is interesting. So Inkling looks like it could be interesting. I was looking at all the alts for it, and I'm like, I don't really know which one I'd choose. Of course, Gavin will choose the schoolgirl outfit.
The schoolgirl
not not even a contest. I knew immediately. But for me, it's just,
I was like, yay.
You know, nothing really for me. I think might go with the standard shit. What Chris did about the Inkling. Either way.
I guess about like it's combat abilities or something.
Oh, okay. And then the other good, I main Yoshi. So I looked at the video that they released for Yoshi, because they released a video for every character, like a little 30-second video kind of showing every character off.
Yeah.
Yoshi is keeping his aerial moves. I don't know why I thought that they might remove them, but that's good news because that's the most fun part of Super Smash Bros. Full stop. The egg throw kind of looks like it might still be shit though, but I have no way of knowing. So I hope not, but it probably will be. What else? Echo Fighter's actually a fucking genius idea.
That is, yeah.
Because it's like, you know, we've seen in Dark Pit, where it's like they're basically the same character, but then they have one or two different moves.
They have like statistical or like tweaks to the moves that you can play just slightly differently.
So
like different move sets on like in Street Fighter, if you like pick like alpha or better move sets to like change how your super is and what certain attacks do. It's basically that. It's like another fighting game mechanic, and that's actually a really good introduction.
Oh really? It's just great because it allows them to add more characters without much effort, like Daisy, which was an alt skin up until now. And I don't really like Daisy, but the Daisy fans, they're rabid. So.
And I like her just because I extremely loud, but.
That you like that?
Yeah.
I thought you had like an actual reason to like her, and not the reason that I hate.
I like her because she's extremely loud and yeah, exactly. It's like I fucking.
But you don't like Toad? This doesn't make sense to me.
Like,
There's
Toad
a contradiction.
Makes me, like, actually die inside, whereas like I actually like Daisy's voice. Her shouting like Nintendo from like a Mario Party game or whatever makes me laugh my head off.
Yeah, Daisy. Hi, I'm Daisy. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
She needs another actual game before I can respect her. Because Waluigi's already the sports dude. I have that in the bad section though. We'll get to that.
Okay.
What else? Bomberman's in the game.
Bomberman's sister, she's like Perhaps the most it could have hoped for.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that's bad. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's an assist trophy."
Yeah, but you know, I love my lad. I played like Bomberman was some of my childhood favorites, but like assist trophy is probably the best he could have swung at this point.
Like I know people have probably made like good movesets for him, but I can't really.
By like making them have like different bomb types because they are in the game. So like there's the spike bombs, the remote bombs, like you know like hard bombs, bubble bombs, shit like that. You can pick that off like certain games like Bomberman Generations. You got like fire, water, lightning, wind bombs.
Toughen these.
Yeah, it's like
you could make stuff out of it basically.
Step it up.
I think like as an assist trophy, he places a lot of bombs, and then it's up to you, the player, to like see where the bombs are and how like where the pluses are gonna appear when they blow up. I think that's interesting. Unfortunately, that's also in the bad, so we'll get to that. But it's nice that he's in Smash. Just if people were a little more grateful.
The fact that these are results is extremely welcome. It's like I wouldn't have expected. Not what could
at all. And then like Bomberman's designer died recently, so people are like,
I didn't know that.
This is spiteful or something. I'm pretty sure that person would be very happy that Bomberman was in Smash. So
especially since it's the OG purely classic.
Yeah, it's like well, you're not talking about the Xbox Bomberman, are you?
No.
No. I mean, you weren't talking about in contrast to the Xbox Bomberman. I mean,
I don't know what you mean.
Like when you say they're using the classic Bomberman look, the only other Bomberman look I can think of is that one.
No, because he's had like various little looks over his games, like Bomberman like 64 generations, like the GBA ones, the DS ones, different art styles, slightly different designs and stuff. This is just pure, just completely unfiltered, no add-ons, nothing, just plain old Bomberman. Just as he was drawn originally all those years ago. Playing ass Bomberman, that's what I like. It's like, it's my boy. I remember him from the Super Nintendo.
It's good, but it's sad because he's never going to be used. Because items suck. Sorry, Bomberman. That's the truth.
I mean, if you're one of those people who plays like Smash or items, why are you even buying the game?
What?
Why are you even buying the game?
If you're playing Smash for items?
If you're playing without items.
It's kind of more fun without them, I'm gonna be real with you.
Really not,
I was watching the Invitational where the items were on, and I was like, ooh, really wouldn't want to play with this.
I feel like that's A, taking it too seriously, and B, limiting the fun of it.
No, it's just because in Smash 4 especially, there were items that were just too OP, and some of them are back actually.
I mean, I get that, but like saying it generally is like kind of like, nah. Like saying generally, like, oh, like just always have items off. Like, nah, mate, like leave them on. It's just more fun that way.
I guess that's where we can differ, because I can kind of understand that, at least. Yeah, Pokeballs. Pokeballs are good. And of course, Final Smashes. I'm fine with Final Smashes. But
I really like the changes they've made to Final Smashes.
Yeah, that was also in the good section. Like, on one hand, it's bittersweet because we're probably going to get more stand next to Final Smashes, which I hate.
I would infinitely prefer that to here's a completely uncontrollable wandering smash that you just completely wasted. Goodbye.
I guess it's just like the Smash Balls still look fragile. In the Invitational, that dude took one hit and then the Smash Ball flew out of him. So I'm now looking forward to having a stand next to Smash as the horse. But actually, as the horse, I just kind of wasted it anyways, just so other people couldn't use it because his Final Smash sucked, and that's why I want to see validation. But yeah, it's like nice because they're a lot faster. Like Supersonic is a lot better because it doesn't compromise the fact that he flies around the screen and keeps damaging people. It's just automatic, so it's less annoying to play, and it's faster. So you don't have to wait 5 minutes for the enemy to stop pissing around, and you can finally get back to fighting like actual people.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like it's just like fast, it's quick, like all the the faffing about and pissing about and taking out.
And like Giga Bowser's so good, I love it. There's a marker and then he punches and it like takes up 1/4 of the screen, so it's not shitty. And it just like basically instantly kills anyone in it. It's so good because it's like it reminds me of Galaxy 2's final boss. where he kind of punches.
Yeah, he just swings in out of nowhere and slams his fist into the thing.
So yeah, like I'm really excited to see Yoshi's, but I'm not excited for stand next to Final Smashes. I wonder how counters are going to be, actually, thinking on it. Well, considering all the characters are probably the same, it's probably not going to be that good.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the same way.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. What else?
Snake's back.
Snake is back. His ass isn't as good. So, you could
David
definitely
Hayter
dock him
voicing him
points.
again. 12 out of 10, game of the year.
As long as he doesn't have broken hitboxes. Which he probably isn't, because I'm pretty sure Sakurai knows what he's doing this time.
Yeah, he
So-
was very disapproving of some things in the Invitational here.
Yeah. So like now Snake isn't gonna be a joke character, I think. You know. He's gonna have his actual shit together.
Yeah,
Which is
I'm gonna
great.
say on that note, we should probably point out that the whole thing about this is that it's literally all the characters in the series history are here.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that actually.
I'll go for it.
Well, not really yet. I don't know. I'm of the more negative mindset for that, I think.
Okay, you're getting the joyless cunt about it, alright.
I think I am, yeah. But I understand why people are happy, at least, you know? But,
Yeah.
I mean, on the bright side, which kind of goes against my argument, even, that I say that I'm happy that Pichu is back and he still damages himself.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Poor Pichu, dude. And, like, the thing that kind of
I
bothers
guess I
me...
respect the
You got
dedication. I'm gonna go get a drink of water shortly.
At least I'm not alone, apparently. But, that it? Yeah, we talked about Final Smashes. So, actually, the next point on my thing, other than, you know, kind of doesn't look that good. Also, this is subjective. I think that I don't really like the box art. It's nice that they used actual art for it. Like, kind of like the Pokemon Pichu and Eevee. I like that aspect. I just don't really like the art itself, unfortunately.
I haven't seen it.
But I'm not buying the game physically, so woohoo! Wee-hee! Wah-hey! But yeah, regarding like all the characters, really I'm just like, I feel like a lot of the old characters could have been culled, like they would have been better off being cut. Just because some of them are, you know, not that good. I guess Pichu would be one of them, right? But like...
He would be number one.
But like, it's just like, because the caveat here is that Sakurai said that because all the characters are returning, there aren't going to be many new ones. And that's kind of the point that I'm hung up on, because, you know, of course it satisfies people because everyone has a main, right? And every character is mained by someone, except for maybe Pichu. But he's a fun joke character though. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get that drink of water. You keep
Okay,
talking 'cause I got
well, but
headphones.
you have to hear the point since you don't agree.
I will hear the points. I got wireless headphones.
Right, of course. How could I forget? But yeah, like it's just, I feel like you know, there's like a lot of the clone characters which don't take a lot of work, and yeah, there's always that whole, well, they don't actually take up slots argument. The slots argument isn't even real, and I agree. It's just like there's still development time being devoted to all these characters, and there are a lot of those characters since all of them are coming back in this one game. So it's definitely taking up development time that could be on a like newer, more interesting reveal, since like a lot of the fun in Smash is like seeing the new characters, not seeing all the old characters. Not that, you know, it's bad to have them, of course, but that's generally how I feel about it. Like a lot of the old characters, like I don't really care for, but the thing is, a lot of people do care for every character, so it's hard to make the argument to get rid of characters because obviously you can't please everyone, and this is kind of the best alternative, I guess. The also kind of weird thing about it is I'm pretty sure the clone characters that have already existed aren't going to be turned into echo characters. Is that what they were called? You know, the kind of clone-like characters. They're still going to have their own slot on the roster and shit. I think just because, to keep in line with that that idea that everyone used to main like this character, so having them turn into an echo character would be like disingenuous or whatever the word is. So it's just kind of weird. Dr. Mario has a what's it called? A spike now, though. That's interesting.
Yep.
But it's kind of just how I feel about all the old characters returning. It's like I understand why it's a good thing, but I personally would have rather not had it be a thing. You know?
See, I get that, but like, I feel like this is the better way of doing it for this one.
Well,
it's kind of like.
Oh, I was about to get to it, I think.
This feels no. It's like I have a point against. I know what you're gonna say. I have a point against that, but like,
okay.
This just feels like more of a just general series-wide celebration more than anything. It's that kind of thing of like just, you know, everyone loves the old games. Everyone loves all this shit. Just bring it all back.
But are they bringing back wave dashing?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. They have the directional air dodges this time, but I don't think you can wave dash.
The thing with the GameCube controllers, like, this is just one big, you know, just everyone gather around, just to smash you all, no one love as is, just fucking have at it, rather than like, let us craft a whole new fancy video game one.
But Gavin, it's a port now.
Not though.
Did you hear that? You know, people saying that it's a port because it has all the old content.
It's fucking stupid.
That's really good. It is a port after all. But yeah. But you know, my little conspiracy theory that I posted on Twitter was that it's called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and normally people use the word ultimate incorrectly as like, you know, fucking amazing and great, but really it just means like the last thing, the ultimate
it is
thing.
that sort of thing of like the last thing, like the final thing carries the sense of being the last and greatest, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so like, you know, it's kind of interesting to think about, like, what if it's called Ultimate because it's Sakurai's last Smash game, and the reason why all the old characters are back for this one is because it's Sakurai celebrating all the work he's done on the series thus far before he goes. That's a little conspiracy theory to put in your pocket. Yeah, I mean,
like it's been, I just call it OBS doing the encoding preset overload again. I don't understand why.
I feel like I've kind of had that in the past, but I don't think it actually did anything negative.
No, like it's like I watched playback and record stuff that doesn't. It just chose, like it just tanks whenever that happens. So that's the boat. Like, I don't think it affects the audio, but like it definitely tanks the video, and that annoys me. I don't know why it's spiking to like 75% CPU usage either. Very weird.
It's because my words have such weight on the computer, a literal weight on the computer itself.
I need to fuck about with this, like, whatever's going on here. I just need a new graphics, not graphics, like a new video card. This one I like can't handle this shit.
Wait for Bitcoin or whatever Evolver's Bitcoin was to fade away.
But
Step it up.
yeah, like what's it?
Ultimate.
Yeah. See, the thing is, in Japanese, it's actually Super Smash Bros. Special.
Oh, okay, so it might be a mistranslation.
And I don't think mistranslation. I think it's the localization department punching it up to make it sound better.
Yeah, retranslation or something. Okay,
Yeah.
so that kind of debunks that, but who knows? Who knows?
And the fact that it's called Super Smash Bros. Special over there reiterates my thing of like, this isn't meant to be like a completely 100% brand new one. This is meant to be like a celebration, like an anniversary sort of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is a special one. It's like, yeah, this is a really good old time. It's like all the good shit about Smash you know and love all in one place.
Except the looks.
Actually, I'm quite happy with all the looks.
Can't get over it. Oh yeah, also Wario, like, I really wish that they would just make Wario's default design his normal design instead of the WarioWare one in Smash.
Yeah.
Like, the option's there, but of course his icon is the WarioWare one. In all the art, he's the WarioWare one. Come on. That's not really a downside, though. Yeah, that's interesting, actually. Alright, now let's get to the real complaint here. The big complaint. They add Echo Fighters, which is essentially a reskin of a character. And they still decide, well, Waluigi doesn't deserve to be a fighter, even though we're clearly listening to the fans and putting Ridley into the game. We're not listening to the Waluigi fans and making Waluigi a Wario Echo Fighter or something. Bitch! You bitch developers, no!
The thing is, they actually, like, gave a response to it at E3. Like, someone asked them to give a proper response, and the thing is, they're right. They said, like, they didn't want to do it because they didn't think anyone would actually want Waluigi like, sincerely. They thought it was, like, all the fandom and all that shit about it is insincere, and it's like, they're right.
No, I don't think that's true.
No, because it's entirely based on a mimetic version of the character that does not exist. This character has not been in any actual game. He has no actual real serious personality. Like these, like
that's not true.
He is just a continued gag. Like no one. He has nothing that could be like sincerely, truly enjoyed as a character, as opposed to just a joke.
I could see how people could misinterpret that, but I don't think that's the truth.
No, I think that is like correct. It's like every time someone says, well, they want Waluigi in, it's because they just want the Waluigi jokes. I don't think they actually genuinely want him in as a character.
I mean, Mario Tennis Aces has something to say to that.
But what do you know? He's in there as a joke because he has the fancy joke moves and the joke shit, you know?
It's a personality. It's
so
a fun personality
I'm not saying, like,
that people actually like.
Yeah, but like it's not. It's only most of it is based in just internet jokes that they didn't themselves write.
But they're making him something people love anyways.
Like all the treating him like wow, this and all that. That's just something people do as like internet jokes. It's not really anything they've done, and that's what they're kind of getting at, is that they don't feel they've done enough with him to justify him as a character in Smash.
Yeah, but like, I don't even like those jokes, and I still like Waluigi. I don't know, I can see where they're coming from, but I think it's a big misunderstanding. I actually had a counterpoint to my point, actually, though. Where,
your own point?
Yeah, because it's like, you could make him an Echo character Wario, but I feel like they would have to change... Like, because Daisy has animation changes and stuff, but like...
Yeah, but she's the same general build.
Yeah, only a few. Like, to justify, like, what would Waluigi do as a fart? What would Waluigi... Like, you could have Waluigi riding a bike, but it'd be kind of weird. But, I don't know, I think it... Maybe they could have made it work. But, I'm just like, come on, man. This is, like, the perfect opportunity. But I also kind of think that as if it is a celebration of all the past Smashes, they want to keep all the assist trophies the same, and you can't have a Waluigi assist trophy and a Waluigi character, so they chose the assist trophy over the character for the sake of what's it called, legacy or whatever.
Consistency.
Which, you know, whatever. I'm also like into another point. It's not a negative point. It's just an observation. I think like, do you think all the past stages are coming back, or do you think the fact that they didn't say that means that it's not actually a thing?
I don't think it's all of them. I think it's going to be like probably most, but not all.
Yeah, I feel like they would have advertised that if that was the case, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Like they say all the characters, everyone's here. I feel like they would have had a little point like, and all the stages too.
It's going to be like all the most iconic or distinctive stages.
Well, they have a lot of shitty stages that people don't like in there, so that's making me really hopeful that
I saw
Pac-Land...
Spirit Tracks as well. Like I saw Spirit Tracks. So.
I kind of like Spirit Tracks, but I'm talking like New Pork City, Great Cave Offensive. It's making me hopeful that Pac-Land is coming back, because that's my favorite stage in the series because it's a meme.
Great Cave Offensive is a hilarious level to play in 8-player Smash.
Yeah, I'd never play an 8-player Smash, and it's annoying. It's so zoomed out too, but...
I mean, you'll probably be able to do it at that convention at some point.
Oh, you know what? Talking about bad, I'm very upset with how they did Moray Towers, or the Splatoon stage in general.
Why?
It's like that weird, awkward-ass shit vertical kind of stage. Like, the only thing that makes it different from Congo Jungle and Ice Climber stage that no one likes is it's not an auto-scroller. Like, it doesn't look like it's fun to play on. Everyone's just gonna wanna smash at the top, and that's it.
I mean, it looked pretty fun to me. I don't know.
I mean, I actually like Moray Towers. Oh my god, I suck. Oh, this isn't good. I love the actual stage of Moray Towers, but to be fair, I don't think they would have had another way to do Moray Towers.
That CPU so usually just spiking randomly. What the fuck are you doing, computer?
Are you running out of disk space or something?
No, like nowhere near it. Like it's the CPU is just like randomly spiking up to like 80% usage, and I don't know why.
See, Novel. You're gonna miss the best section. The section
See,
everyone loves. The hopes. I think that's all the negative stuff. Predominantly that it doesn't, for me, it doesn't look that good, and that there aren't going to be that many new characters, which is a shame. A dang shame. We got Ridley though.
Yeah, really, so I'm fine.
Thing is, they're going to add Armsman. I know it. And I don't like
For
Armsman.
sure, but like if they can like make Min Min as an echo fighter.
Yeah, of course. Or just even a well, no, because I guess normally costumes are just recolors that look like the other characters.
Yeah, but like, even if it was just a costume, that would also be fine to me.
I hate
Like costume or echo fighter, one of the two.
I hate you, Springman. I wouldn't be surprised if Ribbon Girl was a Echo Fighter, actually.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Because she has the jumps, so I can make her do that.
It'd probably be like, she's the echo fighter and then Min Min is a costume of her. Or something like that.
Alright. I think that's like everything, right? Oh, yeah. The Invitational. Bayonetta did her usual Bayonetta shit that no one was happy about, including me. Because I haven't even played a Bayonetta game, but I feel like Bayonetta deserves better. Because I feel like everyone hates her, because she's just not fun to play against, and I feel like that's not fair to her. So I kind of hope that when Sakurai says, you know, there are a few bugs, and that one tweet that said Sakurai was SMHing his head when Bayonetta did that, I hope they're true.
Yeah, I don't actually believe that tweet.
Yeah, nor do I. But, I hope that he does change it, because, it's just, like, kind of sad. I'm kind of worried for Cloud, too.
I mean, like, part of it is, like, yeah, like, sure, like, that's probably really annoying for competitive people and all, but at the same time, it's really only fitting for Bayonetta. Like, she, like, just, we were talking, like, sheer power levels to everyone in this game. She would be top by, like, just by leagues. You know, like, it is kind of fitting that she is the most ridiculous bullshit character, because that's what she is.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the point.
This isn't a serious fighting game, though. This is a little silly party game. You know? There's no way about it.
Sakurai clearly cares about balance, so... And other people clearly do as well.
Other people do, but then other people also steal a lot of people's CRT TVs, so they can, like, forcibly play this game in places where they're not wanted.
In the bathroom.
And, you know, they also, like, forcibly, like, find, like, broken controllers just so they can pull off glitches.
It's not a glitch. It's a tech.
It's a glitch.
Yeah, I just hope that Bayonetta gets a little more balanced.
I mean, that's fair to want. That's perfectly fair to want. It's like, you know. Otherwise, everyone only plays her.
Alright,
my favorite thing, one of my favorite things about it is like, about this whole thing has been that the reactions of the competitive Smash players screaming and destroying things around them when Snake appeared. I've seen like 2 separate videos of that. It is just like the most funniest shit. One guy just like broke his like nearby shelf and then picked up one of the pieces and then kept punching it throughout the rest of the game.
I feel like that has to be like fake.
Yeah, but it's still fucking funny.
Like, at least with the Aqua being Norted, I hate that term. It just sounds ugly. But, yeah, at least with that one dude who's like, no! No! Like, you know, you can feel like he was like an Aqua fanboy or whatever, so
yeah,
seeing her
that
be
was
evil was like
genuinely heartbreaking.
Yeah. The best thing is like all the Etika reaction images and videos though. Alright, now time for the best part. The part everyone loves about talking about Smash. And I don't have that many actually, but the hopes for Smash. Hope number 1, Guardian Assist Trophy. Please, Sakurai, do it. Because you already have the Tower stage, you already have Breath of the Wild Link. You are like, oh yeah, I didn't talk about the thing that I don't like about assist trophies.
What?
Where when you KO an assist trophy, that counts as a point against the person who used it, or a stock against them. Which is kind of, I don't like that. That's like a very, like, it's too risky. I feel like I wouldn't want to play with assist trophies with that thing.
Yeah, but you don't want to play with items at all to begin with, though.
I know, but if I ever got the want to, which is occasional, especially with assist trophies. Assist trophies are in the same tier as Pokeballs and Final Smashes, where they're all right because they're interesting.
I would argue that above Pokeballs in terms of like efficiency, because like a lot of assist trophies will just straight up fuck with someone so hard that they basically die. So if you can defeat it and get a point for it, that's fine. It's a fair risk for what was essentially just a free kill half the time, depending on what you got.
I guess it depends how powerful they are.
Like as they were in like Smash 4, like a lot of them were just like here you go, free kill. Because like they did so much damage, they stalled you in place. And they like just fucked you up, or like they followed you and made you like just keep you from getting in on someone or getting combos and distracted you, gave openings. Like they were such a utility that having like no risk to them was kind of So now there being a risk element is actually quite welcome, I'd say.
Well, that's actually exactly why the Guardian should be an assist trophy. Because, I mean, can you just imagine it, like, walking on the stage with its weird limbs, charging up a shot, the little cursor on someone?
With the music in the background?
Yeah, dun, 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 dun. I mean, they wouldn't do that, but...
They wouldn't, but it'd be nice.
That'd be funny. But yeah, that's one hope, because I really love the Guardians. That's my favorite thing about Breath of the Wild, I think.
Well, Discord died a bit there.
Oh. Are we good?
We're good, we're good. It was just a momentary mute.
I'm just gushing about how much I love the Guardians. Like I was looking in the background of the Great Plateau stage and I didn't see any in the background, so... Actually, I'm kind of surprised that they aren't stage hazards or something. Of course, they can't reach you at the top, but... Like, you know, it's Smash Bros. You can flub a bit of the actual...
The details.
Yeah. My other hope, obviously, the only character I ever actually want in this fucking series is Paper Mario. So, you know, of course, you know, he could have his own moveset because he has such a rich history of moves and, you know, allies that you can call upon. But now that Echo characters are a thing, I think I would be content with an Echo Paper Mario for Mario. It's just like Mario, but he's in paper form. And then maybe like replace Flood and his more like 3D Mario moves with Paper Mario moves or something. That's a hope that I genuinely have. Could see being plausible. Perhaps. Unique Final Smash, of course. Since, I mean...
I don't think Echo Fighters will have the unique Final Smashes.
Maybe not. But they could.
I mean, I feel like the whole point is they just have like tweaks or like maybe at most one move changes from another. But mostly just like statistical tweaks or like mechanical tweaks on what is already there.
I guess like it could be...
It could start working.
It could operate the same, but look different, you know? Like, I actually didn't see what Mario's Final Smash was in the Invitational. It's the Fireball again, isn't it? Maybe, but like, you know, maybe instead of the fire, it's the fan, and then instead of fire, it's wind or something, you know?
Can you still...
You are definitely dying. You're robotic.
Yeah, because my entire computer is suddenly choked and tanked. I guess like Windows Explorer has been killing itself.
Oh, that's great. Well, I mean, we're almost done here, I think. I'm just curious if you have any hopes or aspirations for this Smash Brothers video game. And then
at this point, all I really want is like Min. So like, fuck it, why not?
you got Ridley, and I think that's all you actually
Ridley.
wanted ever, right?
I mean, yeah, at this point, that's all I want. Like, I got Ridley. Sick. We got like, you know, really nice. Like, they're using like the Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds design for Zelda. So like,
oh yeah, she's so pretty. Oh my god.
She is.
I'm so glad that the style of the game doesn't make her look bad. She's so good. I love it because I was like, oh, not Breath of the Wild Zelda, but then as they kept showing her more, I'm like, she is so cute and so good.
She is.
I love it.
It's so good.
I really hope that she's actually good in this game. Please, Sakurai.
So like actually like weird like aesthetic design. I noticed they have like the Dark World Zelda design as well.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
the skins, which is like yes.
Oh yeah, oh my god, a disappointing thing is that the only different thing about Ganon is that he has like a sword for like a few of his moves. He's still a Captain Falcon clone. And I was thinking, like, they...
Hang on, give me a second.
Okay.
Checking something here. What the fuck is going on?
Step it up.
Alright, stop recording, start recording.
Step it up.
Maybe it's just going on too long and like I don't know, like the backup or whatever, and like the Elgato was beginning to choke on itself.
Or maybe it was writing too much or something.
Like, because I think it has like that thing where like it stores a bit in it, like it stores a bit of footage so you can like record it back in case you missed it or something, and it's just been like piling itself up or some crap.
Maybe.
That might be why it's choking. I don't know.
I don't think we've streamed a capture card game for this long, so awesome.
I don't know, like the fucking CPU is still spiking like 75. What the fuck is going on? What is using all this?
Nice birds. Wait, how late is it there?
It's 3:30.
Ah, but usually the birds come out at 5 over here.
This bird doesn't give a shit.
The birds are singing, isn't it beautiful? I guess that's worth a kiss, huh? That's another bad thing about the game. No CDI representation still. It's okay. We still have like maybe 3 or 4 new characters.
Damn. Alright, whatever, let's continue, so I have no idea. Okay, maybe it'd be like the 5, 6 separate instances of stupid web help where they're open for some fucking reason.
Not me.
What?
Why does it sound like a poke? It sounds like a bird Pokemon out there.
Just kills. Maybe that'll help them not die. CPU usage is still through the fucking roof. Why?
Step it up.
That was weird.
Encoding overload. What the hell are you talking about? This is what I usually do, and it's still someone just choking. I think I need to reset my fucking computer, but I'll just do that later.
Yeah, we're almost done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say about Ganondorf, like, for the people who like, because obviously they want to keep like the moveset and stuff for the people who main Ganondorf. We talked about that earlier, so that's probably why. But like with Echo characters, what they probably could have done is they could have like made an Echo character version of Captain Falcon as with one of the villains from F-Zero, and then gave him Ganon's moveset, so you still had that. It's just a different character. I don't know, I guess it's like important to them to keep the character too, but you know, and then you could have given Ganon at least give him his unique design. I'm kind of like, you know, Ocarina of Time Ganon's fine. He looks good, but
Yeah.
of course, like, I mean, you can't really say Breath of the Wild Ganon, right? It's not. There's no Ganondorf there.
There's no Ganondorf now.
Yeah, spoilers, but like,
It's not really spoilers. Like,
he is shown at the front of the game as this dumbass smoke monster.
Yeah.
So. But like all the Ganons in that game still have the what's it, Hyrule Warriors Ganon hair. So, like, it's definitely in the minds of the developers, but it's just disappointing, I think. Touting around, oh, he uses a sword now, I don't think it's that impressive. When has Ganon ever used a sword anyways? I don't actually know.
Twilight Princess.
Is that it?
Basically, yeah.
Damn you, Nintendo, and your love of Twilight Princess.
Like, it's pretty metal, because it's the sword that was used to like shank him through the chest. You just pulls it out and uses it.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
It's metal as hell.
Oh, I'm about to lose here, so it's a great time to end. Wait, no, I have to clear. Oh, I made it. I made it to 10,000 Puyos cleared in this time.
Yeah, like I don't really have like any hopes, so I'm basically sorted. Like, on most I just want like like if it's an arms fighter, I want Minden in there as either a costume or an Echo Fighter.
An Echo Fighter is such a great idea. I really hope they expand on that properly.
Yeah.
Alph isn't an Echo Fighter, and he could have used Rock Pikmin. That's kind of sad. But whatever. Of course, that's probably because he was in the previous game, and they don't want to change anything about the previous game, so. Shit! What the fuck, dude? It's not that bad. Now, if I was trying to chain, then we'd have problems. But it's kind of mindlessly hopping Puyo here. Well, for the next Salmon Run, I mean, I'm pretty sure that this isn't the last time we're going to talk about Smash. Like, I'm pretty sure that points will come up from people and we might think of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if next Salmon Run Smash was a point of discussion again. But it wouldn't be as long-winded because we won't be going over several days of E3s, yeah. But that was good, I like that.
Yeah. Nice and meaty, and it's like, I've come out of this E3 with like a laundry list of like 15 games I definitely want. Not counting like 3 I already knew I wanted. And it's just kind of like, fuck me. Like, that's not meant to... I counted, yeah.
Did you count the Cuphead DLC?
No.
Oh, 16.
I mean, I haven't played Cuphead, so...
Gavin, I'm telling you, you're gonna like it. So 16.
Yeah, like... It's just like... Ordinarily, I come out with like a small handful of games at the absolute most, like 3 games, maybe 4 at the absolute
Nintendo.
Like, not even just like purely Nintendo, like this obscure Japanese shit from like the corners of Sony or Microsoft, and everything else is just trash. But here we are, this like mad wide list, and it's just like, fuck.
Yeah, I think I had a lot of positive things to say about a lot of the games shown off, even if I don't intend to buy them, maybe. So, you know, overall, I'd say a good E3. Sony pissed me off, though. Oh, and of course EA wasn't that good. I think, you know, I guess if I had to pick a winner, quote, objectively, unquote, because obviously I'm going to say Nintendo, right? Even though Nintendo only showed a few games and then just Smash and not, you know, no Animal Crossing. Actually, maybe I write that down. All the games that everyone wanted.
You mentioned you wanted to, but no, you didn't. We didn't get to because we went into Smash.
Well, it's kind of obvious, right? There's no Animal Crossing. Everyone wanted Animal Crossing Switch to be revealed. It's such a no-brainer. It's on the Switch. Nothing.
It's almost like they haven't finished development yet.
I mean, like, but they haven't finished development of Metroid Prime 4, right?
Yeah, but the thing is that has a lot more weight with fans, though.
I don't think. Well, to a
I
different.
Do know.
I think for a different demographic, I think there are a ton of Animal Crossing fans that really want it because New Leaf was decades ago.
I mean, yes, but like the reason they announced like Metroid Prime 4 like right away is because like, you know, they wanted like people to have that reputation like, oh, Nintendo's back to being proper, back to doing shit right, like they're standing by us. And you know, the biggest one to do that would be the franchise most blatantly neglected recently. So they're like, okay, it's alright, like, we're gonna make up for everything we fucked up. Here's Metroid Prime 4.
Like, yeah, I get that. I'm just saying that Animal Crossing is really big as well.
It
It's
is.
just weird to not announce anything about it.
Because they don't have anything to announce. Like, that's it.
I don't think they... Like, I thought it was kind of a... I don't know. I've heard people say that. This is kind of a thing of this E3. Like, a lot of the titles are 2019 or something, but...
They are, like, honestly, like, the first, like, 5-6 months of, like, 2019 are packed. Like, it's stupid. Like, down there, everything on the list I'm looking at now that I have, like, the 15 games are all, like, 2019. And, like, a good chunk of them are January and February 2019. Like, it's nuts. It's, like, it's fucking wall to wall.
I also Smash... I mean, of course, delays aren't bad, but Smash is later than people anticipated. That's fine.
I mean, I wasn't even anticipating it this year.
It's holiday. Holiday.
Yeah, it's December 7th, yeah.
That's good. But yeah, no Animal Crossing. There was no Pikmin 4, which I genuinely don't think it actually exists. No way in hell.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Miyamoto, the developer himself, he just keeps it to himself. It's a secret special.
I think that has to be it. Because this is like, it had to be the last chance to show it, right? And they didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like, at least with Animal Crossing, I think they're going to have a direct dedicated to it. Because as I mentioned, Animal Crossing is a pretty big deal. They can do that. I don't think Pikmin is like... Wow, it's so weird. It's so weird. No Odyssey DLC. I think everyone thought that there was going to be Odyssey DLC. But
I didn't think there was going to be Odyssey DLC.
I thought it was entirely plausible. Like, One Kingdom. Like, how hard could it be to make One Kingdom with the Mario Odyssey team? I was ready to type out, more Koopa free running! Hashtag E3. I was so ready, but no. And a little more underground game. No Mother 3, despite showing a lot of Mother 3 characters in Lucas's final Smash. So, I'm just saying, I was like really hopeful, especially when they're still paying attention to it.
Why?
They're like, oh, and with Lucas's final Smash, you also have this character's name and this character's name, but how are you?
Kibatora and fucking Dusty.
No wait, I thought Cowboy Man wasn't in it.
No, not Dusty. That's fucking Bone. I forget his name.
It's like Boom, but starts with a B, I think. But like, how do you expect anyone to know who these people are when you won't release the game out here?
Everyone's already played the fans translation. Like that's
please,
it.
I just want to play the official version, Nintendo. I'm so
also,
loyal.
Japan exists.
I know, but like,
America's not the only place in the face of the earth.
I know, it's just so weird to me. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I was talking about there are a bunch of little things in Smash. How all the PK moves have triangles and squares in them, like the Earthbound backgrounds are so good. It's such a nice little touch. I love it. There was another no game I wanted to say that I didn't list. Is there a game everyone was looking forward to that wasn't announced because they didn't announce anything?
I don't know.
Yeah, like everyone was expecting this big list of games. There was no Yoshi, but I think Yoshi's might be dead, maybe. But
it's just gonna be farted out around over the next few months.
Yeah, maybe. Like
maybe like a direct in like August, and they'll be like, yeah, it's coming out September.
Woo! Everyone had this whole list of games. Like everyone's list was huge. A bunch of different games. They were gonna do the direct style where it's like one game. Do. Fuck you, that kind of thing. But now it was not a lot of games, so that's why, like, quote, objectively, end quote, like, it just, like, wasn't... I hate saying that, though, because it was a good performance, but I feel like having a lot of games makes for a more impressive E3 conference, even if I love Smash. Like, imagine not loving Smash.
Here's the thing, though, like, Nintendo don't give a shit about E3.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they, I don't know why anyone was expecting like wall-to-wall like ball-busting amounts of announces. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
Oh, are you saying not at E3? Because they definitely do that in directs.
That's what I mean. Not at E3. They don't do that anymore. Not at E3.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
They'll do it on their own time, on their own turf.
What was the last E3? Because I feel like they did something.
Last
kind
E3
of
was like Dawn of the Switch, where they're just like, here's the Mario Rabbids series.
It kind of an unfair comparison when you think about it, huh? It's like all the Switch hype is pretty much dying down. So.
Well, yeah, the honeymoon period's over. It's nice to settle into the group.
Is that what they call it? Weird. Don't mess this up, Chris.
Step it up.
Like I will say, like I've seen like some of the people like melting down about Animal Crossing. It's kind of like chill. Like it's gonna happen. It doesn't mean like you're being disgraced and shamed and abandoned.
I mean, when you think about it, the fact that they're taking this long on it means it's gotta be great.
Or it means it didn't start development because all hands on deck for Breath of the Wild.
No!
That seems more likely to me.
But Breath of the Wild isn't even that impressive. Although speaking of, I should scoot on to that since we've been here for like 3 hours and 30 minutes and it's like 10:30 and I still want to beat that.
And it's like 3:50 here, so you know.
Yeah. Good talk show.
Best 10 out of 10.
Fish cakes.
Ah, fish cakes. The practice theme for the Endless Puyo theme is gonna be the theme of E3 talk shows. Because basically listening to that for 2 hours straight. Alright. I'm gonna switch games.
Alright. Is there anything else I want to say about E3?
Finally. Mario Tennis Aces didn't get a thing, which is good. It didn't get its own bit. It just got a little thing.
Yeah, I'm glad, honestly. Because like, it was just more of that. I'd just been like,
Oh, I intentionally threw there. I'm pretty sure I could have made my way out of that.
I think my computer is just like having like fucking problems because it's claiming like encoding preset fucked even though I'm just standing here doing nothing in Splatoon. I don't know why it's dying like this.
You should probably stop before your computer actually just breaks.
Also, Discord and I clicking
now
and choking.
It's roboting you.
Alright, see you.
Alright, see you. Well, that was... Oh! That was nice.